All right, intro.
Yep.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's match for the RSCGG League. This is a U Platinum match, which means, of course, that all players are Platinum. And in this week one match, we have international feeders versus Team 2D, and we're going to get into this best of three shortly as Champ Select begins. I'm your play-by-play caster, Drex here, and with me tonight is SKZ Ducky, the color caster as well as streamer. How you doing tonight, Ducky?
Oh, great and great to be streaming a U Plat game. So it's gonna be a fun week. Last week we did a U Gold, I think. So we'll see if this is gonna be a better matchup.
Absolutely. Maybe look forward to some better macro, better mechanics, better things in general. Three bans locked in for both sides already. Thresh, Sejuani, Azir, and Morgana, Twitch, Scion for international feeders and Team 2D respectively. And the first picks are coming in. What do you think about Trundle versus Caitlyn, and the second pick for T2D coming in?
Well,
Oriana.
it's interesting that you would ban the Sedge, but then take the Trundle, because if you're playing Trundle, you shouldn't be worrying about the Sejuani. I do like the Caitlyn pick. I do like the Oriana pick. It's a safe mid. If they want to pick the mid laner early, it's probably one of the best mid laners.
Absolutely. So Caitlyn, Oriana locked in. Not giving away too much in terms of composition. Both picks pretty strong overall, but maybe we'll get a bit more information as Feed locks in their next two picks. You mentioned Trundle versus Sejuani as a counter. Why is that such a great counter?
Well, Trundle takes away all the tank stats and essentially just kind of crushes tanks. So it's kind of weird that you would take it away. But I mean, I guess maybe in the scouting they see that the Sejuani, the jungler plays Sejuani so quite a bit, and it just kind of take a comfort pick away. I mean, Sedge can do a lot of things, so it's not a terrible ban, but it's just interesting that you would pick this edge or ban this edge and then pick Trundle first pick. So
Absolutely. And before we get to comment on the Braum lock-in as well as the Zyra Khan lock-in, let me continue that line of thought and mention that Trundle's ultimate takes a percentage of your armor and MR. So Sejuani's passive, increasing her armor and MR before combat by around 100, allows Trundle to take a massive amount of resistances. And once Sejuani's passive wears off after around 2 to 3 seconds, she's actually left with the possibility of negative armor and MR. So the counter becomes even stronger than a normal tank counter. But let's get into the pick and bans once again. Zyra Khan locked in versus Caitlyn Braum. What do you think about that bot lane?
I think if they can win super early, then it's a good pick. But the problem is the Kate Braum is gonna be pretty deadly. I mean, Kate can just stand pretty far back. If Rakan goes in, Braum can get those stacks off and do a lot of damage. So, Zyra Khan kind of fell off a little bit. It wasn't as big of a pick. So, it's interesting that they would pick it into the Caitlyn. I mean, Zaya's really good, but I kind of wanted to see maybe them take the Braum away instead of the Rakan. Because Zaya Braum's actually pretty good as well. So, I expect they banned the top laner. I expect maybe they leave their top lane pick. They must want to focus around the top lane. So.
Absolutely. And the next round of picks comes in. Skarner Jungle locked in for T2D. What do you think about Skarner Jungle right now?
I definitely like the Skarner pick. I mean, it's gonna be really good because if Rakan or Zaya tries to go in, they're going to, Skarner can pick them off and pull them back into the team and secure that kill. You can also use the Oriana ball on the Skarner as he goes in, because he's going to get a Righteous Glory. He's going to be, you're going to have the Predator, so he's going to be able to get in there really quick. Orianna can ult. Interesting that you see a Teemo, and I think that's got to be a Teemo mid.
It absolutely is.
Um,
I cracked up a little bit there. I didn't want to say anything until you realized.
wait.
Oh.
Okay, because when I first saw the Teemo, I was like, okay, Teemo top, like, not terrible, but now Teemo mid into the Orianna. Huh.
Welcome to you, Platt. Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, okay, so if I...
Oh, what?
Wait, that was the latest dodge in the world.
They saw the Teemo and they're like, no, we're not playing this game. We're dodging. This is indeed a dodge. Question mark?
Yeah, we're gonna need some... Sorry, not many champs.
I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
Well, they may have to lock in that champion still. I don't
Oh yeah,
know
they have to keep the champ select consistent. They cannot remake the champ select. So let's
I mean, most leagues, unless you dodge right away, you're pretty much stuck with the pick. So.
Yep. Uh-oh, they cut me off before I managed to finish, but they got to keep the same bans and the same picks. They cannot destroy the integrity of the competitive environment. Teemo was a filler pick. Was it really? We have no information regarding that, so if they don't pick the Teemo, it will look like they violated the rules. But
yeah,
we have no information regarding that. I don't know, Ducky. What do you think?
I mean, I would be messaging TSM, Batman, or whoever the league manager is.
Yeah, let me go ahead and send a message to Batman real fast, saying, "What is going on here?" Batman, Gotham needs you. Is actually the message that I sent him.
Yeah, we need some clarification.
Yeah, we're not entirely sure what's going on here. It looks like the same exact bans are repeated. There should be a Trundle lock-in. What?
What happened?
Is Batman here?
Yeah, so there was a Teemo lock-in, and I guess they're saying it was a filler pick.
We're not entirely sure what's going on.
Filler picks are a thing, so if they said something about it's the enemy team, it's fine.
Okay.
So like they can pick
see.
Teemo instead of somebody else, but they have to let the enemy team know before the game starts.
But why would they do that? Can you explain for the stream?
It's because people don't have all the champions. So we added filler picks in, so you can take Teemo and you can say, hey, I'm picking Teemo for my filler pick, and it's going to be for our such and such 80 carry or whatever. But
alright, well, thank you for that clarification.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
No problem.
So it looks like instead of the Teemo, it was indeed a Vladimir lock-in. They are maintaining the integrity. The pick and bans are the same so far. So, all right, Teemo looking a little bit better, right?
I mean,
for Vladimir, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, I still not 100%. I don't really like the Vlad pick here. I don't know. I guess it's safe. Kled's gonna be pretty good for him. They can run right at him, so they kind of have a all-in comp. Now the problem is, I mean, the Team 2D has very much so a wombo combo, and when you have that all-in comp, I mean, you're kind of running into the wombo, so it's gonna be interesting. Now, I think the key matchup's gonna be the top lane. And the reason why I say that is if Kled can shut down the Shen, I think it's going to be who can split push better. I think that's going to come down to it. Is in the top lane, it's going to be who can split push better, for sure. I think if next would probably be the bot lane. I think the mid matchup's literally going to be probably the worst matchup in the game, or like in this match, because it's going to be boring. There probably isn't going to be a lot of kills there. And the jungles are going to pretty much should be focusing top or bot. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be. So who do you think's gonna win game 1? That's the real question.
Game 1. For Team Feed, we have Kled in the top lane, Trundle in the jungle, Vladimir in the mid lane. Of course, the deadly combo, Xayah Rakan in the bot lane. And of course, for Team 2D, we have Shen in the top with Skarner in the jungle, Orianna in the mid lane, Caitlyn Braum for their bot lane duo. Like you mentioned, in terms of going hard, Feed can definitely do so, but they have to fear for if they overextend, they can indeed feed into the enemy Team 2D. And Team 2D, of course, with the Orianna ult as well as the Skarner pick, Shen taunt potential, 4 picks can do quite a bit, and Caitlyn from range. So I think a lot of it will come down to how well Vladimir and Orianna can execute their kits in the late game. But like you mentioned, Kled versus Shen going to be an interesting lane to watch in the top lane. Both being strong laners relatively. Might see some action from the jungle as well. Oftentimes in competitive scenes, top lane is an island, so maybe this will not hold true for this game. But I think the real combo to talk about now is, considering there might be top pressure, it will become a bot lane island. So in terms of Xayah Rakan versus Caitlyn Braum, left alone to their own devices, who do you think wins that?
I think if there's not a cheese, what Caitlyn and Braum really have to watch out for is that early cheese with the Xayah Rakan. If they don't get the early cheese on the Caitlyn, I think Caitlyn Braum wins hands down. Because I think it's gonna later in the matchup you're gonna have the Shen ult, you're gonna have Skarner coming down. Yeah, I think Caitlyn's just going to be able to push in. Braum's going to be able to protect her pretty much level 6. I mean, you try to all in, now you're going to get Braum ulted, you're going to get Q'd and stunned off the passive. And then Kate's going to put down a trap, you're going to get stunned again, and then you're going to be dead by then. So, yeah, I do believe that it's going to come to... I think Kate Braum's going to end up winning the matchup, but... we'll see. I mean, this very much could be, if Uranium is a better ADC, they could take advantage of it. So,
Absolutely.
I project Team 2D to win the game. I think they have the better team comp. If they get even a slight ahead, that they could easily win this game with what they got. So. Not knowing anything about these teams, I didn't actually look at their record. I mean, I don't know anything about them other than just going based off the team comp.
Indeed, this is week 1, so there is no record as of yet. These will be their first matches in the RSCGG League for RPL UPlat Spring 2018. But without further ado, enough analysis for now. The game will be beginning shortly as we go into loading screen. Team International Feeders versus Team 2D. Game 1 of the match of the night. Should be a good one. We're going to take a little break as we load in, and we'll see you in game.
And we are back in the game. Game 1, Team 2D versus International Feeders. Let's see, are we going to see an early invade? It looks like we are going to see from Team 2D.
5-man stack bot lane coming in. Xayah, will she be caught unaware? No, immediately spotting it out, but the concussive blows has been landed as the passive, the slow comes in, the taunt going to be missed as well. The flash comes out from Uranium, going to dodge those abilities and get out with her life, but that is a flash down at second 45 of the first minute of the game for Team Feed. So already off to a unfortunate start. Skarner passive going to be secured. How important is that flash going to be to that bot lane?
That's pretty big. I mean, you can't go... It's going to be hard to go all in, and if you get caught with a Braum Q and get stunned, you're probably dead at that point. So now, I think this is going to favor the Caitlyn unless they get some... The Caitlyn Braum unless they get some real jungle help. And you do see Trundle starting his blue, so that tells me that they're going to be focusing the bot side first.
Absolutely, a little bit of trading already coming in the mid lane. It might be more action than we previously thought, but not going to be too much deviation. There is a top side start by Team Feed. Trundle going to be starting at that blue buff. What is this going to mean for the next couple of minutes?
Well, I think you're going to see him, get a full clear, or close to a full clear. He probably won't get his Krugs, and then try to gank bot, because you will see Caitlyn push in early, especially with that flash being gone. So I would hopefully they expect the gank and ward in the tri-bush, but if not, one Trundle pillar could get both flashes for Team 2D. So
absolutely, already a little bit of aggression coming in from Team 2D, getting that level 2 advantage in the bot lane, going for the Winter's Bite, but not going to be able to land it. Nothing coming out too much so far, although there has been a 200 gold lead secured for a brief second. Taunt coming in the top lane. Yeah, the aggression trying to be executed by Team 2D here. None of it actually managing to work out. Is this okay? Can they let this game kind of stall out and scale? But now in the mid lane, the pillar comes through, and Dotrick has to use his barrier. Again, comes in from the Trundle. Forces out the Ignite and Flash used by the Vladimir. Going to be 2 summoners traded for 1, but now Orianna taking quite a bit of damage. Taunt comes through in the top lane, as well as the protection from Shen's W, but not going to find a kill.
This is actually really good for Team 2D.
Oh, the fracture might come in. I'm going to have to stop you there. Skarner comes in, the flash in the mid lane. He has no flash. The Vladimir going to use Sanguine Pool to try and get away. The flash forward from Orianna going to fail. The tower shot going to take him down. Customer Fear somehow staying alive. Devil Jin has no flash available. Now Kamabana going to look for more blood. Has flash available. Does he decide to use it? Yes. Flash jump forward. Now Devil Jin going to be 1 auto, 2 auto away, but the flash stay behind me, coming in from Braum, going to miss the Winter's Bite, not going to be able to pick up a return kill, and Devil Jin going to fall onto that Skarner. Now Kevin Bandit's looking for more blood. Is the Grand Entrance going to come in? Going to hit the double knock him. No, Caitlyn flashes it. Now Clean Rotation is the next target. Flash is not available, and the DC from Uranium at the same time, and the game has been paused. A lot of action coming through, but in all, 2-0 trade in favor of Team Feed. T2D looking for early aggression, not finding it, and a great gank by Devil Jin going to, or I should say a great gank for Team Feed by Devil Jin, the jungler for Team 2D, as Dotrix flashed forward, dying to the tower, and Devil Jin falling shortly after. A disaster of an early game, but the game has been paused. Now we have a little bit of breather room to talk about what has happened. So 1 kill going over to mid and jungle for Team Feed. Is this the game, or is this all right?
So for Team 2D, they just have to not make those mistakes. I mean, they actually won the trade early. They got the Vladimir's Ignite and Flash for only the barrier on the Orianna. Shin actually traded very well against the Kled, but the simple mistake of, the Orianna diving the Vladimir and taking the turret shot and dying, and then the Skarner also dying because of the dive, pretty much just took all that early aggression around the map and just threw it out the window. So now they're down 1k gold lead at only 3-4 minutes. So, that's not a great start. They want to be ahead. If they were even coming out of lane, Team 2D would be in very good shape. So they need to kind of just slow it down, just play safe, and not make those types of mistakes. Because later on, you're going to be able to see that Shin help whatever lane they do want to engage on. And they really just need to wait for that. They need to wait for the Orianna ult. I mean, they have so much wombo combo that they're going to be able to fight around these neutral objectives. But if they get too far behind, then, you know, they're not going to be able to do that.
Absolutely, and the game has begun once again as the death timers have completed. Both members of Team 2D respawning and the lanes kind of balancing and equalizing out. So now that Team Feed has secured the lead, how can they keep it? You mentioned that Team 2D has a stronger team comp, so Team Feed obviously wants to keep this lead going and keep the pace for themselves. How can they do so?
I think just slowing the game down. For Team Feed, they need to take these they're punishing, continuing to punish. Wow, we see another disconnect. To continue to punish the mistakes. I mean, they have a kind of all-in run-at-you type team comp with the Kled, the Zyrakan, and the...
Gonna have to cut you off there. Devil Jin is coming in with the Predator going to be activated. The concussive blow is going to be landed now onto the Zaya as well as the Yor Snap Trap. The CC chain is there. And Uranium has no flash available to get out of that situation. In the top lane, a little bit of aggression coming in by the Kled. Going to find a good trade, but it's going to be a 1-for-0 in favor of Team 2D. They managed to get a kill onto Uranium, getting one for themselves. Now 300 gold behind. Is this the kind of play that they need to make?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was really good. I mean, it's kind of what I expected them to do. I mean, I know Trundle got that double kill, or, you know, got the double kill mid, but I was really shocked that he attempted to gank that mid instead of going bot first. And now you see that Skarner made his way down and ended up, you know, kind of influencing the bot lane. So I think Kate getting that BF and Zaya not having the BF is going to be huge, because Kate's just going to be able to do a lot more damage to Zaya, and I think that's the lane that needed to be influenced the most. So we'll see if Trundle can maybe get a gank, you know, try for a gank, but I mean, it's going to have to be pulled off pretty perfect because the lack of damage from Zaya compared to
Absolutely. Got to keep an eye on K-Gun in these upcoming fights. With that BF sword, might be dealing a little bit more damage than his Zaya counterpart. See if some aggression comes in the bot lane. No, going to be a little bit of tiptoeing back and forth. But now, as you mentioned, first backs have been completed for most of the members of the game, with the exception of Rakan and Shen. What are we looking for in these items as the next fight, most likely around Ocean Dragon, will break out? What are we looking for in these items?
I mean, Shen's probably going to get maybe the Ninja Tabbies first, might go the Tiamat first. I mean, I would probably go Tiamat, but it just depends on how they've been trading up there. I mean, it looks like he's been trading pretty well, so I would expect him to go Tiamat. And then, as far as the Rakan, I mean, probably goes just the trinket, the support trinket, and then some boots. Probably try to rush the Moby boots. Now we did not
rush the Moby boots on who?
On the Rakan.
On the Rakan, I see.
Yeah. I think, I mean, you either go Mobies or you go the cooldown Boots of Lucidity, I think. Mm-hmm. So, but usually with Lucidity, you do that with whenever you're on Spellbook, so.
It looks like the actions completely died down, and indeed the gold leads have completely equalized at 11.8k. Which team does this favor more? You mentioned that Team 2D seemed to have the better team comp, so is this their pace? Did they want to keep it here?
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, the fact that if Team 2D is equal coming out of lane phase, I think that favors them heavily, because their wombo combo just, I think, outdoes what Team Feed wants.
All right, the engage though in the bot lane. A huge ultimate coming in from Braum, as well as the gank from Devil Jin with the Predator active, going to take down Uranium once again. Flash available, but deciding not to use it. And of course, level 5 not having
and they ping the dragon
Storm
right away, so that's really
Yep,
good.
Ocean Dragon's on the table. I think the action's over for now. How could have Uranium played that? But I do believe he is level 5. Yeah, did not have Featherstorm available. So,
I mean,
I
think this is the problem I was telling you with them losing that flash early, and then now the jungler influencing that lane.
Absolutely.
I think it's caused the issue. That's the problem with Zyra Rakan right now. With K being so strong, it's really hard for Zyra Rakan to be successful, because if you get that Braum pick, it causes a lot of issues, because if Rakan jumps in and gets hit by the Braum Q or a Braum ult, you're pretty much dead. I mean, and what's happening is they're kind of going all in on whenever Rakan hits something, but then you have a Braum, so it's but Skarner's doing a really good job. I mean, he's come down there both times and they've gotten kills, so, and they got the kills on the Caitlyn, which is probably the biggest thing.
Absolutely. Trundle positioning towards that bot side. Maybe we'll see some action there. In the top lane, seems to be mostly a noodle fight as they trade back and forth. They're going to drop to around half HP as the Shadow Dash and the Spirit's Refuge come through for the Shen, but really just trading evenly over and over again. Is this alright for the Shen and the Kled? Who's winning these trades as they're equal in health?
Well, I mean, Shen, this favors Shen. If Kled essentially can't kill the Shen, then Shen's gonna be way more influential with the team, and Kled's not gonna be able to do anything. Like, you want Kled to be able to push the Shen in, maybe even dive, or, you know, use the ult to kill the Shen, or you have the Kled just group up with the team and be able to overpower anything that the Shen would be able to do. And, you know, even though he's not died yet, he's not winning. I mean, he's down 20 CS right now, which is pretty favorable. I mean, that's 400 gold down, so that's a ruby crystal. You know, that's just a tankier item that Shin's gonna be able to do. So
the charge coming in from Kled in the top lane. Maybe we'll actually see a kill go over. Going to follow the Shadow Dash, but the Spirit's Refuge is going to block so much damage from the Kled. The dash forward with the Bear Trap on a hook going to come through, but there's just no damage to follow it up. And the 1v1 going sour for Kled already. Another Bear Trap landed, and Trundle's coming in for the gank. Has flash available. Will Shen be able to win this 2v1 situation? Next, Skarner's on the Rift Herald, so this is going to go badly for him most likely, as the Subjugate comes through. The Tiamat proc and the auto reset from Trump going to come through as well. And Shen goes down 0-1-0 for the kill onto Team Feed.
okay, so I'm okay with Skarner not going to help the Shen there. I honestly thought Skarner was gonna end up going up there and fighting that, but he did get the rift, which is pretty big. So but overall, good job. I mean, the kill on Trundle, you kind of hoped that it would go on Kled, but he was a little too low to try to secure the kill. So overall, good play though for both teams, actually.
Absolutely. Good kill coming through. Going to go down onto the Trundle as well. Maybe we'll see a little bit of snowball. Stand behind me going to come through as well as the grand entrance. Going to land a 3-man knockout. Can they win this? The Featherstorm comes through as well as the damage, but it's just not enough. The flash forward from the Skarner. Going to look for the kill on Uranium. Uranium forced the flash away, and the teleport comes in the bot lane. Now Vladimir is here for the roam as well. Going to find it. He has flash available. No. In the top lane, a little bit of a trade going down. Direct to camera really sucks, by the way. Going to take away our focus from the fight for a brief instance. And that is a 1 kill going over to Team 2D onto the Rakan. And they're looking for some more. Will the Winter's Bite land? No. Uranium with the sidestep. Going to juke away. The Piltover Peacemaker lands as well as the damage. But the ace in the hole not going to find enough through the heal to take out Uranium. Shadow Dash in the top lane going to come through, as well as the Twilight Assault going to land a lot of damage. The Spirit's Refuge is going to block a lot of damage in the return as well. The D-mount comes through. Will I Got You Blue be able to take this? No, not going to go for an all-in. Just a short trade. Shen winning this by a long shot. with
And-
no return damage coming through for Kled.
And that was a really good job by Shen, stopping the Kled TP with the taunt. I don't think that was worded because there was a pink there. So he actually, I think, got the blind taunt off. And that's why directed camera ended up going up there, was because they were fighting. But, well, this is going to go really bad.
Oh, but in the mid lane, the Shen ult comes through, stand united as well. The Grand Ninja's going to land the knockup onto Oriana with the flash, and the barrier going to manage to get away. Now Kemba in trouble, going to get away with his flash as available, but the Vladimir now looking for some return damage, not going to find it, and both teams back off with their wounds at the licking their wounds, I should say, as they find no casualties on either side. They're going to be an even trade.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Caitlyn's doing right now. I think that was an overall nice play mid, but nothing happened. And why would you drop Rift? The dragon's not even close to being up yet.
Rift Herald has been dropped. Going to take the tower to about 40% HP, but the Rift Herald will be taken out shortly. Definitely seems like a questionable play. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, all he had to do was wait 30 seconds, and that was a free.
Oh, but now in the bot lane, the kill goes down onto Caitlyn. The solo kill. Now Uranium going to be 1 and 2 onto that Caitlyn. Caitlyn had flash available, but not respecting the damage coming out from Zaya's Blade Caller as the feathers come back in to Mommy. Now Skarner with the Predator gank in the top lane, and Pale is available. Will he go for it? No. Kled will flash away from the Skarner's fracture and gets away with his life.
And now they just gave away a free Drake. Yeah, it's pretty sloppy play by Team 2D right there. Questionable Rift Herald. I mean, I don't know why Skarner's top at all when Dragon's about to come up. I mean, you drop the Rift mid for the Dragon, but now they're gonna lose Dragon. They didn't even get the mid turret, and they're
now the Glacial Fissure going to come in the bot lane and engage as well. Now the teleport comes in from the Shen. He's coming in from behind. The quickness going to charm a bunch of people. Oriana has no summoner spells. She is the next target, but the Shockwave going to land so much damage on Akema Banana. He's going to go down. Now the concussive blow is going to stun Riker the Peach on Rakan as well. The next target is the Vladimir. Is he going to go down next? The pull coming through. He has no flash available. Going to K-Gun going to take the kill away from him as well. Uranium is the only member left standing. That is a 3-for-0 so far. Teleport coming in from Shen, big in that team fight, and that is going to be a big win for Team 2D. Yeah. But the action does not stop there. Now Devil Jin coming in with the flank. The Fracture going to miss as she Feather Storms it away, but the Impale going to come through. The Suppress comes through as well as the Taunt, and he's going to go down instantly. I got you, Blue. Now the next target, the Compressive Blows, the Snap Trap, the CC. He's going to go down next. Aftershock doesn't matter as 5 members of T2D group together to take down the bot turret and 5 members of Team Feed.
Yeah, and I mean, this is where the team comp is kind of just snowballing this. The fact that they were pretty even, and now it's just Caitlyn's 4-1-4. I mean, it's gonna be pretty rough for the team feed to come back from this one. So I'm not gonna say it's quite over. I mean, there was a couple misplays by Team 2D, but it definitely is going to be pretty hard for them to come back from this. So
absolutely. Now that the action has ended and both objectives have been taken off the map in terms of Rift Herald and Dragon, Baron not spawning for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's probably going to devolve into farming for quite a bit. So let's talk about itemization now. What big item spikes have people hit in these 18 minutes that we should really look out for in these next fights?
Well, the big one, Kate still hasn't hit IE, which pretty much once she gets IE, yeah, that matchup's gonna be painful to watch. We do see Shen trading halfway decently, 2v1 there. I think Shen having the full Sunfire cape with the Tiamat's pretty big. And then Oriana having the Archangel staff is pretty big, so.
But the charge now in the top lane as the bot lane goes into jeopardy of Team 2D. But the Skarner's here with the counter gank. Has flash available, decides not to use it now in the bot lane. Shen is in the 2v1 situation. The quickness going to charm him. The Grand enters as well, going to knock him up the ignite as well. But the damage not coming through. Ginger might actually get away with his life here. The flash forward from Xayah and the shadow dash away to safety. He's going to survive the 1v2 situation, but the tower falls in his stead. In the top lane, no one went down to the counter gank, but the top tower will fall, most likely in return. A 1-for-1 tower trade for both teams.
Yeah, and I mean, this favors Team 2D. I mean, if they're gonna just trade turrets, it's just gonna let them scale more and more, and that's not what you really want to do. So, Team International Feed needs to. They need to catch some of these players out in this rotation. So, you know, maybe this Orianna, the Shen. I mean, it's unlucky that they didn't get the Shen there, because I thought that was something that would have been a good pickoff. But yeah, they need to start to get the ball rolling with some of these picks.
Yep. Action ending a bit for now as the mid tower for Team Feed goes into jeopardy. Now all 3 outer turrets have been completely annihilated by Team 2D, while only the bot tower has been taken in favor of Team Feed. A little bit of regression coming in through the Raptor pit, but I think that's it for now.
Yeah, and you have the Infernal in 1 minute, so I mean, I guarantee they've been probably pinging this out saying, hey, we need a back now, we need a back now. Because they did not want to give up this Infernal, I can tell you that.
But the Predator comes through now, double team with the Flash Impale, going to go down onto Rakan. He's going to get caught out. Like, get into my van, says the creepy adult to the children. And Rakan takes the bait, eats the candy. It's not candy, by the way. Baron now looking for the objective. But now the catch goes there through onto I Got You Blue, the exhaust as well, as it constant blows the flash forward coming through from Braum and the stun as well. Flash forward away, trying to get away from them as the clan tries to escape, but no, it's not going to be enough to get away. The shockwave going to land onto 0 people, and Xayah trying to find enough damage. The pillar not going to find anyone to catch out, but the taunt comes through. Is this the re-engage? K-Gun on Caitlyn trying to do some damage, but I think that's it for now. Rakan has respawned. Whew! A lot of action coming through in a short amount of time. A lot of cooldowns being burned, a lot of summoner spells, but in the end, I Got You Blue goes down to the Death Bush.
I think that Baron sneak, though, is going to cost them the dragon, because now they're all having to back, and Trundle's running right over to that dragon, so I don't think that was actually that great of a trade. If they can stop him, then it was a good trade, but if they can't, and they give that Trundle... if they give Infernal away, I don't think 1 kill is worth an Infernal, so.
Braum is looking to steal this. Will he manage to? No, this might come through as well. Kamabena has flash available, gonna flash away. Most likely, and he does. Baron is now the only objective on the map to take besides tower, so most likely we'll see some action around that. Both teams have reset in terms of items. What are we looking at in the items department, Ducky?
Yeah, I mean, Orianna hasn't backed yet, so let me see how much gold she has. Okay, she's sitting on 2k. That's going to be pretty big. That should finish.
But the engage comes through. Now Caitlyn's in jeopardy. The pillar as well as the Rakan engage. The shockwave going to land, but the Caitlyn fails the flash against the wall. The Hemoplay going to do a lot of damage to Ori and Skarner. Now they're the next targets to go down, but they're not gonna get caught out as Rakan has no cooldowns, and that is a dead Caitlyn flash burn heal available. Baron is still on the table, most likely gonna clear out some vision as well as force some pressure on the mid turret. Fled has teleport available, but I think the action ends there for now.
I mean, that's exactly what they needed to do. Get a pick on the Caitlyn, get a pick on somebody, and now they get an objective off of it. They might even get a lot on the top tier turret here. And someone has to catch that wave by. I mean, that's a lot of miss CS that's just crashing into it. And I like the pressure by international feeders. They know that
Will the re-engage come through though? Nope, not gonna find it. The Skarner's fast though and pales up. Will he be able to find it? No, not just barely. Going to escape with that grand entrance by the Rakan. dash to his teammates as well. Yeah, as you were saying.
One of the big things right now, though, is Caitlyn did finish that IE. Oriana needs to back, though. She's sitting on 2,500 gold and still hasn't back.
Maybe she's trying to get to 10k.
Yeah.
The Baron has begun! Not a lot of
doing-
action for now. It's complete vision control by Team 2D. 5,000, 4,000. They don't know yet. 2,000, 1,000. The smite comes through. Going to take it away. Scarter secures it for his team. The charge coming through for Kled, but completely missing it, actually. Taking him way across the Baron. Are they going to find a fight here? This is 4 members. Vlad trailing behind. The Baron empowered recall's going to come through. And that is a Baron secured. First of the night. First of the match by Team 2D.
Yeah, I mean, a great Baron call. A little risky. I mean, they did have the ward coverage, but, I mean, they had a lot of gold on the Oriana. So, interesting that they would do that. But, wow, just bought on Leandries outright. Huh.
I actually don't understand the fascination with Leandries by mid laners and lower elos. Small shout out. Leandries doesn't do what it used to do. The current Leandries, that is a more of a dueling item where you fight for long periods of time. But the old Leandries that gave Magic Pen is now the new Morellonomicon. So probably shouldn't buy the new Leandries on Burst Mages, by the way.
Well, I mean, I kind of thought, yeah, I don't get to Leandries. That to me is a little weird, but Caitlyn still hasn't got
That's some damage.
her next crit item, so. But you see, Shen's just doing tons of damage to the Kled, so he completed his Hydra, or not Hydra, yeah, Titanic Hydra. So that's gonna be quite a
The
bit.
tower dive is going to come through. It's ambitious with the Trundle standing right there. The disrespect is clear on the Shen. Spirit's Refuge is going to dodge a lot of damage. He's actually committing to this 2v1 situation as the mid lane inner turret will fall. Now they are onto the inhibitor turret as Shen tries to put as much pressure into the top lane as possible. Flash Impale is available for the Skarner. The shockwave comes in on one member, but the huge quickness comes in. The knockup not going to land on anyone, and the disengage comes just as quickly. Now the charge in the top lane going to be blocked by the Shen Stand United, but Caitlyn is going to go down. There's action happening everywhere, but the most important thing is who's going to die. The Trundle going to fall next, and there's 4 members of Team Feed available. The flash forward, the grand entrance onto the Oriana. Is she going to go down the flash forward as well from the Vladimir? Going to look for the kills. Carter's going to fall, and the only remaining member of Team 2D left is the Oriana. Not going to go down, manages to survive with the last remaining Baron buff, and that is a 4-for-1 in favor of Team Feed. What happened there, Ducky?
Well, Caitlyn mispositioned hard. I mean, you cannot.
But the flash forward with the Weather Storm into the Blade Caller, is it going to be enough damage? She's taking the tower! Will she fall? Now Oriana is going to take down, no, going to be taken down by Riker the Peach onto the Rakan. 1-for-1 trade. As you were saying, what happened in that team fight?
Caitlyn stepped up, and you cannot do that with the Zyra Khan. You have to have your front line kind of in the front. And when Caitlyn got caught out there and died, I mean, that's most of your damage. Oriana, I think, missed her ult too. Or no, she did hit the ult, but it was early. She had already used it before the fight had started. So it just was kind of a misfortunate circumstances, but I still think that they have this game. It's just they can't have another bad fight like that.
Well, the next Infernal Dragon is in contention, and if this goes over to Team Feed, will be 2 for their team. Shen is teleporting in. Oriana still in base. Will this be stolen? No! Skarner secures it with the smite, and that is an Infernal Dragon going over 1 apiece, as well as an Ocean Dragon, actually. Going to be equal in dragons for both teams with a 3k gold lead. Now, Team Feed is definitely behind by around 3k gold. But who do you think wins these team fights in a 5v5 situation?
I still think Team 2D is gonna win in this situation because you're gonna you have the opportunity if if they play it right, they can send the Shen to split push, and then either use the ult or the TP to have them join the team. And Kled's only going to be able to use the TP. So, you know, if they just play it smart, they can either make international feeders just play it out a 4v5, or they can end up getting a turret with the Shen if Kled decides to join the team. And right now, he is just taking the crap out of Kled.
The ultimate comes through by the Kled, going to do a little bit of CC, and the Shadow Dash out, going to try and escape Kama Banana. Kamabama! Not Kama Banana, but Rakan is looking for the flank, has his knock-up as well as his ultimate available, and Zaya's here as well. Is Shen going to be able to survive the Shadow Dash onto 2 members? He's going to take them for the run of their lives as they chase him. Now the 4 members of Team 2D are looking for the mid lane inhibitor turret. The pillar going to come through. G-Droxide with the Shadow Dash, going to escape completely, as now the 4 members of Team 2D are circling, are going for this mid lane inhibitor to flash forward, and the Impale going to land on the Kled as he goes down. Shen has Stand United available, going to look for a back to get his health back, and the inhibitor is now in jeopardy. Will they manage to find this engage? Now the 4 members of Team Feed are circling to the jungle. Will they look for this engage? Vladimir has no flash available. The pillow comes through for the Trundle, and the huge ultimate forward from Rakan, going to try to do as much damage as you can, but Zaya is not actually doing any damage. Stay United, the ultimate whiffs from Orianna, but now Vladimir is in trouble, going to be taken low. Caitlyn going to be taken low by the Blade Caller, by the Zaya, and now Shen is the next target, but I think the fight is over for now. They are just too low to continue the engage. Both AD carries dishing out a lot of damage with their auto attacks, but not managing to find any secured kills, especially when your Orianna whiffs her ult completely. Who's winning these fights? I can't tell.
Well, so the other thing that the fights are going bad is both supports in that original team fight where the Caitlyn died, both supports missed their ult on everyone. So, and again, you saw there, the reason why Team 2D didn't do as well was because Orianna missed her ult, and Braum did hit it that time, but it just was an unfortunate with the they weren't able to secure any kills on that. So they just need to clean that up. But what was up with the bronze level chase there? I mean, that's exactly what I was telling you. If they just punish that, I mean, they sent 3 people to chase a split pushing Shen that can just join the team if he gets away. So
yeah, definitely some bronze shenanigans going on there. You can almost hear the Benny Hill theme song going on as they chase the Shen for a solid 45 seconds, and the inhibitor will go down. But now Kled is actually solo pushing in the bot lane, has TP available. Will Team Feed be able to pick up on this? The vision control is still there. 5,000 HP on the Baron. 4,000 HP. The flash forward. The Hebo play onto 4 members. The Caitlyn's gonna go down without using any summoners. Now Zaya's doing a lot of damage. Orianna gonna be taken down. And now Kled is here to join the fight with the charge in. And now Shen is the next target. There have been 4 members down, and Shen is the last one. Quadra kill coming in for Zaya. Will they be able to give the Penta over the subjugate? The flash forward with the grand entrance onto the Shen. Now the pillar gonna knock him back. Zaya's in the mid lane, not gonna go for the Penta kill. And the ace comes through. Who did the Baron go over to now is the next question. It did go over to Team Feed, so that is a 5-0. Baron secured second one of the game, and it's going to be a 2K gold lead in favor of Team Feed. The game is completely turned on its head.
yeah, that was a very dumb Baron call. I mean, you can't Baron when everyone's up like that. I mean, even if you're ahead, you had the mid inhib, but I mean they played it right. The international feeders, I mean, they had that engaged, and they just hard engaged while you're tanking the Baron. And Orianna again ulted, and I think I couldn't see the whole thing because of the spectator, but I'm pretty sure Zaya ulted at the same time, so Orianna ult didn't even do anything, and Zaya just shredded Orianna pretty quickly. So Team 2D needs to, if they want to win this game, they have to clean up some of these mechanical mistakes with missed ults and missed skill shots. So Pretty sloppy play, but I mean it is week 1, so you know, maybe some teams haven't gotten much practice yet, so. But that Baron call was pretty advantageous. I'm surprised that they did it. So.
Looks like the Dragon is the next target in the sights of Team International Feed. It's going to be an Ocean Dragon, second one for their team. Going to go over without contest. Now with a 3.2k gold lead, going to go up to 3.4k gold lead. Is there still a chance for Team 2D to win this game?
I don't know. I mean, I thought they would be able to win it, or you know, I'm probably gonna look pretty dumb now, but they're kind of making a lot of mistakes.
Zaya damage.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage from Zaya.
Looks like they're being out macroed here as tower after tower falls. Is there really anything that T2D can do to stop this push?
Well, they have to clean up their macro. It's actually what's killing them there. There's no way they should have started that Baron, knowing that Kled had TP up and that Kled was pushing the other wave. Because it just caused them to lose quite a bit of pressure on the map, even after they got Ace and lost Baron. So,
Sanguine Pool burn for Vladimir, and the Predator comes through for the Scar and the Chilling Smite as well. The Impale going to be Zanya's, and a huge Great Entrance going to be landed as well as the Feather Call, but it's just not enough. The Vladimir's going to fall, and the next target is going to be the Trundle as he falls as well. So far, 2 for 0. The next target going to be the Braum as he falls for his team, and the Kled is here to join with the charge, and now Skarner's going to fall as well. Shen died somewhere in the middle of the action as Zaya just does so much damage. Orianna and Caitlyn going to be the 2 men last standing for Team 2D, as there's 3 remaining members. The Ace in the Hole not going to find its target in the backline with the Zaya. And it's so far a 1-team fight for Team Feed. It looks so good. What happened?
Yeah, I think I think that kind of sums up what's been going on. I mean, just trying to make advantageous fights, but just not realizing that you have to back off. I mean, they could have traded, but then they just kept going and got caught out by the Kled. So I mean, they could have traded just a couple of kills, and it would have been good for them. Kind of get gold, stabilize that push, but you know, just getting caught out by the Kled, and you know, now they're down even more gold. So again, just sloppy play by Team 2D. So I will say, I guess my prediction is gonna be wrong, because I do think at this point that International Feeders, they're looking pretty good, and unless Team 2D can clean some things up, I think they're gonna end up winning this game. So that inhibs back up, and they have all the pressure. I mean, look at these side lanes. I mean, all the International Feeders have all the lanes pushing in favor of them. So,
well, mid lane's kind of being abandoned right now as it meets in the middle. Looks like the action's going to happen in the top side. No flash available for the Skarner. The great Zanya's coming in from Vladimir in that last fight, or certainly would have meant his death several seconds earlier. Zaya doing so much damage, even with just a couple of auto attacks, as they look for the wave clear. Baron buff has been eradicated by Father Time, so this push will be significantly harder than it was before, as Orianna and Caitlyn can instantly just bop waves. How can Team Feed, as you mentioned, they've been playing well, how can they get through this ridiculous wave clear?
I think they need to wait for the Baron. They need to not be... They have to just be patient, try to get as much damage as they can. I mean, I like the Vlad splitting, and really that's what they need to look to do, is just kind of split push, wait for that Baron. They have all the vision on the map. Like, if you look, there's almost no red wards on this map. So if they can just keep pressure and then fall back to the Baron, and even maybe bait the Baron, you know, with limited vision on Team 2D, I think that's the way they go, because if they get three members down on if international feeders get you know, 2 to 3 members down, they can easily take these turrets. So they just not gonna be able to, yeah, they're just not gonna be able to siege against the Caitlyn. Yeah, they're gonna have to send the Shen, and then Oriana's gonna rotate back up.
Some damage coming in from the Caitlyn, finally returning the Zaya's poke thus far. The Piltover Peacemaker coming in big, but the Baron is up now. 38 minutes into the game, 69 gold, 69k gold on Team Feed's roster. They're gonna plant over and start this Baron momentarily.
Yeah, they're
gonna
have
so much damage.
They're gonna
9k, 8k, 6k, 4k, 2k. Baron secured by Team Feed.
And right there, you have great macro there. I mean, exactly what I thought they were gonna do. Just wait. They had full vision. They could have even baited, and they may even try to bait here. Yeah, I think they might try to catch somebody out here. Is it Elder or is it Infernal? I don't know if it's bugged. Okay, it is Elder, so it was bugged. Yeah, and this is probably game right here if they get this Elder. Elder plus Baron, that's gonna be pretty hard to stop.
What? So obviously it doesn't look like a huge contest is gonna go over. 10k health, not going to be a huge burden to break through. So in this upcoming team fight, of course, it's going to decide the game. We know that Team Feed has all the cards. We know that they're stronger. We know they have more dragons. We have Infernal and Baron buff. Now Shen might be picked off here. The pillar going to come through. The flash away. Going to save his life. But is there any way in the world that Team 2D can win this next fight?
I think the only way is if the Zaya or the Rakan, they essentially dive too far. If the Kled ults in or the Rakan jumps in and gets caught by the K-traps, because what you would expect is if they try to siege on Team 2D, Caitlyn will, whatever lane they're going to siege on, Caitlyn's just going to put up the traps, and that pretty much stops them from pushing up. This is actually a really big mistake by Shen. He should not be pushed out that far. If Trundle comes around and loops... Okay, he's not, but... essentially, Kate can just set up her traps, and if they dive too hard and the backline can't get past the K-traps, then they could get a pick there, but... if they just play it clean, then they'll be good.
I'm actually getting news in from Riot headquarters right now. There's something wrong with K-Gun's computer. Her W key is actually unbinded. So she isn't actually capable of using traps in this game. It's a little bit of an unfortunate thing to happen. Now, in the top lane, turrets are going to fall left and right. Mid lane inhibitor going to fall. And the top lane inhibitor going to quickly follow. Kled has been taken to half HP by the poke. Will they back off or continue?
Wait,
is the question.
Really? Can't... I wondered why there wasn't any traps set up.
I was joking, by the way. I have no idea why he isn't placing traps.
Oh, okay. I was like, got really confused. Trolled by the streamer. Yeah, because he's not setting up the traps. I was really shocked. So that made more sense whenever you were like, oh, W key. Set down your trap. You are Caitlyn.
Unfortunate. I actually haven't seen a single trap for like 50 minutes. He actually doesn't know that it exists. Look, he's not placing it! He has like 6 traps in his inventory.
Well,
and he'd rather carry it in his backpack.
Welcome to you, Plat boys.
Where you get Teemo picks and no trap Caitlyn's. Oh, the Predator has been activated! A huge shockwave going to be forcing the Thunderstorm out, but Braum is taking a lot of damage to Stand United, and Rakan is going to fall! Now the Impale going to land onto the Zaya! The Zaya's going to go down as well! Triple kill onto the Caitlyn! Is the quadruple kill going to come through? Now Trundle is the next one to go down. Chili Smite activated. Is Devil Jin going to be able to take him out here? Deadman's Plate has been activated, as well as the Frozen Tundra for the Trundle, I should say. But, yep, gonna go down to the Skarner, and only one remaining member in the clan. A huge shockwave coming in by the Oriana, going to win them that team fight. Death timers are at 30 seconds. They're looking to end the game.
They won't be able to end, but they're gonna go for that inhib. That's what they're going for. Because the inhib counters their inhib mid, and then all they have to do is worry about the top. And the Baron doesn't come up for a while, so they're gonna pretty much be able to... That fight actually stalls this game out until Baron. So...
Alright.
This is actually really bad for international feeders, because that was a horrific team fight. What's more mind-blowing is that Caitlyn still hasn't used her traps. And they won the fight. Like, they won that fight without K-traps.
I'm also getting news from Riot once again. It turns out that Caitlyn is actually Korean. So to play in this tournament, one of the rules set out by Riot was that she's not allowed to use her traps. It's breaking news.
I believe it.
So as you mentioned, Baron is going to be the next objective. Will the siege continue? 2 inhibitors taken by Team Feed. It looks like they're setting up for the bot lane. Teleport is available for the Vladimir, and Trundle's looking to shore up this mid lane push. Looks like they're going to try again.
Well, if they're smart, they'll TP to the minion that hits the turret. So once they get their team set.
But the Predator comes through. Is this going to be the engage? No, Skyler decides not going to do it today.
No, they had to immediately back off because 2 of their players are over by the Baron, so...
Caitlyn looking to play a little bit of tower defense, but without Baron buff, these minions just melt so quickly. All 10 players, there are not 12 players in this game, are approaching final build now. 6 items, 45 minutes. Going to be a full-blown team fight with people doing so much damage yet being so tanky simultaneously. Now that full builds are approaching for both teams, it's going to be a relatively equal power spike for all players involved. So it's just purely to comp now. Who do you think has the advantage?
I mean, like I said earlier in the game, the Team 2D's comp is better. It's just, are they able to play it effectively? I mean, we haven't seen K-traps, so that's pretty bad. And a lot of Oriana ball ult misses, but luckily some of these ROM ults have been pretty big, hitting 2 to 3 to 4 members, so...
Red Team's inhibitor is respawning soon, says the announcer lady, and that's going to help out a little bit of their pressure on T2D. They are on the opposite side of the Baron, so they do have the disadvantage in this positioning, as they will take them a little while to get around the corner and into the Baron pit. So in terms of Baron control, blue side does have an advantage just from the way the map is built by Riot. The engage might come through here. Rakan going to charm out the Braum. Going to land a knock up into the backline. But Rakan, is he going to go down? No! A huge Evo Blade going to land. Kagon taking half HP. A Stand United going to go down as well. Rakan is at 1 HP. But Oriana is going to go down without using any summoner spells. I think this is the game so far. 2 members down. Braum died somewhere in the middle of that. Teleport coming in by the Kled. It looks like it's going to be game in favor of Team Feed.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Braum was doing there. I mean...
Oh, Caitlyn gets sniped out by the feathers by Xayah. Shut down. Going to take away his opposing AD carry's life as the feather storm going to come in. No, I meant to say the blade caller. Not going to land the root onto Shen or Skarner, but now they're banging on the turrets. Everything's in their favor. 2 members alive. The taunt going to come through. It just doesn't have enough damage. The Spirit's Refuge blocking so much damage, but they just don't have enough damage numbers to take down any meaningful members, and 5 members of Team Feed still alive as they take down the Nexus. First game of the match goes over to Team Feed 1-0.
Yeah, and I mean, I think overall it was a pretty close game. I mean, back and forth, 47 minutes in, so quite a bit of sloppy plays that really kind of made this game go a lot longer, so interesting to see how game 2 went, or game 2 goes. I do think the Zaya probably gets the MVP in my book.
Yep, probably.
So, hold on.
But I don't know about you guys, but it's 10 o'clock. This game went on for way too long. 27 minutes over how long it should have been, really.
Yeah,
And so, without going over too many damage numbers, we're going to jump into the next game without further ado. So, take a short break, try and get this game going as fast as we can. We'll hop into game 2. Now, I don't like to play favoritism with the caster biases or whatever for different teams, but you know, if Feed wins, we get to go home and go to sleep a little earlier. So, you know, I'll slip the leader of T2D a little PayPal, and we should be good to go. Snuggle into that.
Yeah, that game. If it goes another 50-minute game, and then we have to go to game 3, we're gonna need some new casters here, boys. Cause no, I'm not wanting to cast for 3 hours. Come on. So
yeah, I'll go to Ducky's house, you know, get the Remington, and you know, have a little fun.
Yep, exactly.
All right,
you should.
let's
be able
take
to
a quick
join
break.
back
Yeah,
in.
yeah, I'll get in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break, get into this game too, and we'll see you there.
And we're back. Game 2?
Game 2. Game 2. Ducky,
Yep.
there's a very real possibility that this could go into a game 3. Ducky, should I write my last will and testament?
Yep.
First ban's coming through for both teams. I'm gonna need a moment as I cry myself to sleep. That last game was way too long, Ducky. Way too long. It was too long.
I agree.
Inhuman.
Well, they could have shaved easily 10 to 20 minutes off that game.
47 minutes would have been better. I don't have to watch any of it.
Wait, who international feeders on Team 2D. Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually 0 versus 1.
Yep.
But that's all right. Man's coming through. Looks like they're not targeting any specific picks that were played in the last game. Just looking to keep their bans consistent throughout, which is good to see. A lot of times when a team loses, you often see... Oh, and as I say that, I'm corrected. Zaya ban comes through. But usually what happens is when the team loses, they ban out the champions that they just lost to. Not seeing too much of that, except for the Zaya, of course. First pick going to come through. Caitlyn once again for K-Gun. Sticking to their guns, or sticking to her gun, I should say. Rifle. As they try and peel back for a game 3. God help us all. Team Feed now has 2 chances to lock in. What are we looking? Are they going to try and repeat the comps that they played last game, or what are we looking at here?
I like the fact that they took the Braum away, especially once the Zaya was gone.
Ooh, Jack's locked in.
Jax is gonna be interesting. I wonder if it's gonna be jungle or top. And Team 2D here going with a similar style comp, and it didn't work out last time for him.
Oriana Jarvan.
Yeah, I mean, instead of the Skarner pool, now you have the Jarvan ult, and then maybe that'll help the Oriana hit her ult.
Holy! All right, we're gonna have to stop the stream here, folks. We just recorded a murder. Gonna have to call the cops. Take down their notes.
I mean,
Get Dirtrix's obituary.
The Oriana did miss quite a few ultis. So,
Vladimir locked in again.
which were pretty crucial in the loss for the game. So, the problem is international feeders here. I'm not sure what their comp is right now. It's a little weird, wonky, but we'll see.
It's more of a solo queue style. It's a solo queue style comp. You got strong picks across the board. You got Braum, Jackson, Vladimir.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hope that's a Jax top, but I mean, I guess it's a flex pick. They could flex it either way. So same with Vlad. Technically, you could have a Vlad top as well. So I guess not terrible.
Yep, absolutely. So Caitlyn, Jarvan, Oriana obviously seems to have a much better idea of what they're trying to play than the Braum, Jax, Vladimir. Although strong picks across the board, no picks looking super spooky as of yet. 5th ban's coming through for both teams. Cho'Gath taken away. No feast today.
And that's a pretty strong ban. I think that
And
gives a lot of neutral objective control on the Cho'Gath, so taking it away is pretty big.
There are 3 AD carries banned away in the game. Zaya, Twitch, and Varus. So Uranium going to be locked in a little bit into a corner here in terms of what AD carries he can actually play. Who do you think he's going to pick? We'll see. Tristana locked in. What do you think about that? Ducky?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I'm
I thought
thinking
Ducky died there.
confirmed dead. I like the hyper carry. I like the ability if Braum lands a Q or an ulti, Tristana can just jump in. You have the Jax jump in. I'm assuming this is going to be a Jax jungle. I still think I like it top, depending on the matchup. Taric.
Taric locked in for clean rotations. So that is a Taric Caitlyn bot lane. I don't know. That seems a little spooky, right? Because Taric is a pretty short-range support, and Caitlyn's one of the longest-range AD carries in the game. So pairing long with short, is that a good combination?
Well, I think it's okay because you have that Tristana. If the Tristana tries to jump in on the Caitlyn, then Taric's just going to ult and stun.
Absolutely. So thinking ahead a little bit there.
So it is
Kind of
what...
counter out.
So, to be honest with you, both comps are kind of similar to what they just played. You have the all-in, engage-heavy on international feeders with the Jax, the Warwick, the Tristana being able to jump in. Even the Vlad, the way that he built it last time with the Proto Belt, just being able to get into the fights, go all in. And you do really have the Wombo combo with Team 2D. Now, the thing is, there is that Maokai pick, which kind of stops a lot of engages. So unless Jax punishes this Maokai pretty hard, that is going to be an interesting dynamic because with Maokai ult, if you try to just run at them, I mean, Maokai ult can just stop all of that. You can kite back. You're able to, peel for the Caitlyn pretty easily. And the Wombo combo with the Jarvan Orianna could cause a lot of issues. Now with
Absolutely.
that Tristana is going to be able to jump out of the Jarvan ult, so it's going to have to be they're going to have to use that on selected targets waiting for the Tristana to jump first. So, I don't know. International feeders, I think the way that they played makes me think that they probably are going to win this game. But Team 2D, again, has a strong comp. So if they can fix some of this macro play that they messed up on, I think, the macro and the positioning, I think that they could. I don't know. What do you think of it?
I think Team Feed's comp, it looks really nice, especially with that Warwick jungle. Definitely going to be able to outduel the Jarvan in 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 skirmishes in the early game. The issue that I see with these comps is similar to last game, right? You have I Got You Blue on a fighter, Kled in the last game, versus Ginger Oxide on a tank. The problem is the tank that Ginger Oxide was playing in the last game was Shen, who happens to be one of the best dueling tanks in the game with his Twilight advance with that % magic damage, and of course just dealing so much in that 1v1. The problem though is now I Got You Blues on Jax, who is the tank busting fighter as of now, with his passive, with Conqueror, with Ginsu's Rage Blade if he decides to buy it. And Maokai doesn't have nearly the same amount of dueling potential, so we might see a little bit of a switch up in this top lane. I think that's what should be really fun to watch, to see if I Got You Blue can really take advantage of this matchup. It really is a great matchup for Jax. But the problem is Jarvan 4, J4 might be there to take advantage of the aggression. So we'll have to see how the junglers play it out. I think this game is a lot more jungle reliant than it was last game. Obviously, last game there were a lot of jungle ganks, and that kind of impacted the game. But as the game went on, obviously it didn't matter as much, right?
Yeah,
because
I think
the comps are so solo queue-ish in this game, I think the junglers are going to have way more impact as the game continues.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the jungle and then this top matchups are going to be to watch. If Jax just starts stomping this Maokai, I'm assuming he's taking Conqueror, and if he starts stomping the Maokai, then this could go really bad for Team 2D and be in huge favor for international feeders. So.
Absolutely. I also have to keep in mind that Vladimir, while he didn't get any solo kills on Orianna, might be able to do so in this game. That is a matchup that Vladimir could certainly win. Orianna's range not being enough to really keep her safe from that Vladimir, mega lol damage in the mid lane with the empowered Q. And the game is going to kick into gear with the loading screen here as we get into game 2 of the match of the night in terms of Team Feed versus Team 2D. 1-0 as of now in favor of Team Feed. Will they be able to take in the 2-0 and end this night? God bless. Or, God forbid, will we go on to game 3 to see Team 2D pull in this victory and hope to keep their game 1 match 1, I should say, hopes alive. I'm going to load in shortly. We'll take not even time for a break, as with that outro we must do another intro into the game as both teams load into the rift as the game begins. Small note, Ducky, there's a point to Team Feed. So now, oh yeah, you're changing it up. I see.
Yeah, I didn't put it in studio mode and switch it before.
It's fine. It's fine. Maybe the same kind of invade strategy coming in from Team 2D. They did manage to get Zaya's flash the last time. Let's see what they can get this time. 5-man stack in the tri-bush brush. Tri-bush brush.
If they circle around, if they invade and then circle around on this Triss Braum, this could be really good. Are they just gonna wait for the counter?
5-point split coming out from Team Feed. Pretty standard stuff in terms of the early game. Of course, the Zaya misplaying it slightly the last time. Going to have to burn her flash. Didn't actually end up in a game loss, though. Managed to pull it back. Maokai doing a little bit of scouting. Pretty standard stuff, though, for now. Winter's Bite going to miss onto the Maokai. Maokai actually started sapling in the top lane Jax matchup. Oh, boy. See, I'd get reported for that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
This is going to be real rough for Maokai. Maybe that's why he started sapling. He's just like, you know what? I'm going to throw one for my homies. So, yeah. Jax with Conquer, and you're starting sapling. This is going to be painful to watch. Jax is going to wail on Maokai. Yeah, there we go. Nice early trading, though, by Orianna.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff, though. This is almost a mirror of what we saw last game. Jax misplaying the top lane matchup so badly. As a top lane main, this hurts to watch, but hopefully we won't have to watch much more of it until Jax actually plays that correctly. Jungler's pretty standard clearing pass, both starting in bot side. Warwick going to clear significantly faster than his Jarvan 4 counterpart. Might see some early action there. In terms of the bot lane, it is Caitlyn Tarek versus Triss Braum. Who wins this lane without jungle pressure?
Ooh,
the dodge misses. Grass proc goes through. Conqueror procs, but you don't use it. Warwick comes in for the gank. Is there a ward available by the Maokai? No, there's no vision. Maokai has no idea this is happening. Jarvan 4 is on the ground. The gank is going to come through soon. The dodge going to come through. The Conqueror is activated. The stun going to land. The Primal Howl and the Fear as well. Jarvan 4 with the counter gank going to flag and drag into the Warwick, but does not have enough damage to actually do anything to the Warwick. In the bot lane, a little bit of trading going on, but that is a 1-0 going over in favor for Team Feed, and the Jax has already begun 1-0.
yeah, but he's misplaying pretty hard with the Conquer.
Absolutely.
I think going back to who wins the bot lane, I mean, Kate's gonna naturally win, but if they can't get pressure,
With a flash forward, Gust of Fear looking for the solo kill, and Power Cure is available. Flash and Ignite burned by Vladimir. Not going to find the kill onto Orianna. Both summoners still available. The junglers are closing in. Are they going to find any action? Warwick's looking for the 1v1. This is a level 3 fight. Orianna has roam priority with those summoners available. I don't think there's any action to be had. What were you saying again?
I was saying if they just go even, I mean, Tristana's gonna eventually outscale. I think that Caitlyn will win it early, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to get a kill with the Braum. Braum being able to shield, have that ulti for the disengage.
Ooh, the Dazzle going to land onto the Tristana. She steps on the trap. The Euro Snap Trap, the passive going to come through, but the exhaust as well. Concussive Blow is going to stun. Is the Tristana going to look for more? No. That is an exhaust burned by the Braum in hopes to find some action in terms of aggression. She's taking a lot of poke for free, actually. Caitlyn wailing on this Braum. Unbreakable finally going to come through the shield. That's a really buggy animation, by the way. Winter Spike going to land as well, but I think, as you mentioned, Caitlyn is just dominating this lane right now.
Yeah, but I mean, Tristana's doing a really good job by CSing, so...
Oh, but the gank in the mid lane. Flag and Drag is available. No flash available for the pool. The Sanguine pool going to come through. Flag and Drag going to land. And the kill goes over to Jotrix with the Airy. Going to land a kill 1-for-0 in favor of Team 2D.
Yeah, that was just Vlad being overextended, not realizing that where the J4 was. I mean, you just have to be really careful in the mid lane. If you don't know where jungler is. A nice trade here by Tristana and Braum.
Yep. Still gonna be lost though.
Yeah. How is
By a lot, actually.
How is Malachi pushing in on the Jax?
Jax is actually taking a half HP with 20% mana.
Well,
Ducky, hold me.
It doesn't matter if this Jax is 20-0 at this point. He's not getting MVP.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I don't care if he gets 4 pentakills at this point.
No MVP. It could be 1v5 pentakills, a Baron steal to boot, and he's still not getting MVP. We're giving it to someone else.
Yeah. This is painful to watch. I mean, I've just started picking up top lane, but I know if I'm playing Jax into a Malachi with Conquer, that I'm just going to absolutely trash Malachi early.
Well, the dragon has been begun. The Jarvan is aware of this. Is the smite gonna come through? The smite battle is in progress. 700 HP. The Q smite with the bite, but the shockwave gonna come through. Now Camel Banana is now the next one. The Unbreakable gonna block a lot of damage from the Orianna. The Warwick is gonna fall. The next target is of course the Jarvan. Ginger Oxide. The teleport in is ambitious. He has no flash available, but the next target seems to be split in terms of Orianna and Maokai. Looks like they're not gonna look for more. Tarek is quickly approaching with the plant. The Twisted Advance gonna come through. Now Braum gonna be in trouble. Has to flash away. The Dazzle going to miss. The flash doesn't come through. And now, will Braum fall is the question. The flash forward from both Caitlyn and Orianna going to take down Riker the Peach on Braum. And so far, it's going to be a 2-4-1 in favor of Team 2D. But the dragon is secured by the Warwick.
I mean, what was Warwick doing? I mean, I understand Warwick can get that dragon. But he saw the Jarvan ward over the wall. I mean, he got the dragon, but they lost in the fight.
Segway pull in the mid lane and the flash away as well. Maokai ganking the mid lane on his way back to top. Yeah, it was a really strange play from Warwick to keep going. It was ballsy as hell.
Yeah, well, and then you had that weird teleport by Malachi, but it ended up working out. I'm surprised they didn't just turn on the Malachi and kill him, but I mean, I guess
I don't think they knew how many people were nearby. Yeah, they were a little bit scared. And probably didn't have enough damage really to deal with that base HP. Finally in the top lane, Jax is winning. Takes a tower shot. Now he's not. The mana difference, though, is palpable. Warwick currently in progress. The Primal Howl going to come through. The Fear going to land. The Smite battle won once again by the Warwick. The EQ, the Flag Drag going to come through, as well as the ultimate, but the Infinite Duress healing for so much. Maokai has roam priority, and the Warwick going to flash forward and going to die anyway to the Bomby Cinder. And the auto attack from the Jarvan. Warwick going to go down, giving a kill over to Jarvan.
You gotta love directed camera there. Why did it go bot lane?
I have no idea. The Dazzle going to land on Tristana. Now he's in trouble. The Yordle Snapshot going to be placed down, but it's a little bit off. And the Unbreakable going to land so much damage onto the Taric. Rocket jump forward. The ultimate comes through for Taric, but Vladimir is on the case. Has no flash available. Will he be able to find the kill? Chemo Play going to land. That Taric is most likely dead. Yep, going to go down. No heals available for him. And so far, a 1-for-1 really, considering they traded the jungler for the support in the grand scheme of things. Yordle Strap Trap and the headshot gonna land. Jotrix is on the hunt, has Shockwave available. Will he manage to use it? Gonna look for more aggression. Actually staying for quite a bit. Not gonna find it. The misposition for Uranium not there. Vladimir has the push in the mid lane. And Jax finally has the push in the top lane. Looks like the game is stabilized at this point though. I think Ducky's dead, so I'll take it up from here.
No,
Jotrix.
sorry. The Jax. No, I'm just mesmerized by how this Jax is just. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how this Jax. I mean, he's technically winning, but that tower should probably already be down. Malachi should probably be down more CS. So this is an interesting matchup. Pretty greedy for work to invade that blue and then not to even back off.
Jarvan's looping around for the gank, gonna have to cut you off. He has no ultimate available. The Dazzle's gonna land onto the Braum. The rocket jump's gonna come through. Yordle Snap Trap. Great CCJ. Riker has stand behind me to get away. Buster Shot going to cancel that. Now Jax is here with the counter strike. Gonna completely miss. Has no ultimate activated yet, but will go down. The Dazzle's going to land on both Jax and Tristana. Jax will go down the Infinite Duress. Going to take down the Taric in return. So far, a 1-for-1. Will there be more action? I don't believe so. Now Guts of Fear. Maybe traded down in the mid lane. Maokai farming top lane. Strange TP by the Jax. A little bit over aggressive there. Actually going to lose his lane advantage too. Oh boy. Flag and Drag gonna completely miss. And now the Demacia going to land the Shockwave combo as well. Warwick is gonna go down. A little bit of an extension there. Great run by Orianna. Want to get a kill onto the Caitlyn. 3-0 80 CS. That is a big Caitlyn.
What was Warwick doing there? He doesn't have ult. They're not gonna get that turret. Why was he standing in Tribush, not knowing where? I mean,
is this first tower on a Maokai versus Jax?
That's a feels bad moment.
He's actually just completely ignoring the Jax. He's whacking this tower if it means his life. Now the Conqueror has been activated. The leap forward. I got you, Blue. Expertly kiting forward. The ultimate gonna come through for the Maokai. Flash is available. Jack's gonna jump forward. The flash forward as well. The Maokai managing to flash away. Solo kill. Not managing to come through. Warwick looking for some blood on the blood hunt. Jarvan is there to counter. Not gonna be a ton of action. They're gonna stare each other down. Full HP. Maokai forced to back. Top tower taken to literally like 1 HP.
Yeah, and Jarvan needs to cover this top turret or it's going to go down for free here. Looks like he's going to.
Jack has to back off. Maokai arriving in the top lane. Looks like the action has died down. Which team is in the lead here, considering scores, comps, CS, items, everything?
Well, that's really, I mean, I kind of think that Team 2D is, I mean, this favors them. They're ahead in a wombo combo matchup. I mean, that usually will favor. Now, this Infernal, they need to get over there before, I'm gonna pan to it. Because this is actually really crucial.
Infernal Dragon has been started. It's currently at 1800 HP. The Taricle comes through. They're invulnerable for a little bit of time. The exhaust comes through onto Stomp. The flash away from the Braum. Now Vladimir's looking to do some damage. Chemo Play gonna do some. The Infernal Dragon secured by the Warwick in the back. Warwick manages to escape with his life. Now Vladimir's looking for some more kills. But the Caitlyn going to kite back expertly. The Dazzle going to miss on the Vladimir. Vladimir not having enough damage in the extended fight to actually do much. Now on the top side, the counter strike, the damage, the Conqueror. He's finally gonna solo kill the tree as he burns him down with the fires of Conqueror. But now the Red Smite, the challenging, going to go through the Flag and Drag, going to be dodged by the Sanguine Pool, and Vladimir gets away with his life. So far, looks like a 1-for-1 trade.
But
and the Dragon going over to Team Feed.
But Jackson's going to be able to get that turret.
Is this first tower? It's first tower. Okay. Going to go over to Caitlyn. going to be robbed from Gaigachu Blue in the top lane by just a matter of seconds.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that giving away that Infernal Drake, that's gonna kind of equalize whatever the small Goldie there is, just by the damage from the Infernal Drake. So, kind of rough that Jarvan went in and then just kind of let Warwick get the Drake, and then I think actually miss-smited, because Warwick smited it down to like 200 and then was able to still get it.
Absolutely. Now, Team Feed is in a similar position as last game, right? Their lanes aren't doing so hot. They're not doing so well. But they have the Vladimir. They have the Trist, who's playing the role of Xayah in this game for that scaling. They have the Jax in the top lane, who has completed Triforce. So do you think it's going to be a repeat of last game in terms of Team Feed is like, well, I have damage. The Warwick in the mid lane going to come through. The Primal Howl, the Fear's going to land. Infinite Duress is available in just a couple of seconds. Azania's going to go through the Shockwave, going to try and survive. Infinite Duress will come off cooldown in time, and the Bite as well. In the bot lane, Maokai trying to push them off the tower with his ultimate Roots. Rocket Jump going to be used to get away. But I think the action dies down for now. Bot lane tower has been taken down. Maokai now in a bit of trouble. Concussive Blows passive will have been landed. Winter's Bite as well. Will they have enough damage to take down the Maokai? No. Tower are going to change to the Tristana. Will they be able to take down that turret? It's interesting. Riftchild now in the sights of Team 2D, of course, as well as the top lane. Now this Maokai in a huge amount of trouble. Glacial going to be dodged by the Maokai twisted advance, but now he's right in the danger zone as Tristana is able to take him down with the Buster Shot and the explosive charge.
Yeah,
Going to be a kill going over to the Tristana and the tower.
Yeah, that was just pretty bad by Maokai. And they're just going to push this down and maybe move for the Rift Herald if Jarvan doesn't lose a quarter of his health. I mean, overall, international feeders are doing pretty well in their top and bot lanes. But, I mean, Caitlyn does have those 4 kills, so that's going to be a little...
Flygon Drag, is the Cataclysm available? It is. The Dazzle going to be dodged by the Flash, but now the Shockwave, the Cataclysm, everything's going to land on Kakama Banana. And it's not actually his name, but I'm going to stick with it. Ripchill now in the sights of Team 2D, and Warwick will go down for the 4th time this game, netting for 4 out of 8 deaths on his team. 50%. Ripchill going to be picked up by the Maokai.
Kama Banana. Let's
Kama
go.
Banana.
Dude,
I don't know, Kamabama is pretty good, but it doesn't have the same ring to it, you know?
Oh, I don't like these Rift Heralds. Why?
Rift Herald.
I'm not a huge fan of this. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get the tier 1, but wouldn't you love to get a tier 2 with it? I mean,
They might just do that.
Nah, they
2
don't.
members. Maokai with the flank. The Bramble advance. Gonna come through. The root onto 1, 2 members. And now the Brahma's in trouble. Going to go down instantly. The Warwick going to look for the return kill on the Maokai. But the flash into the Taric ultimate. Invulnerability. Going to do a lot for his team. The Hemo Plague landing 0 damage with a well-timed Taric ult. Going to take a lot of health away from the Team 2D members in terms of the Vladimir damage, but not going to actually manage to take anyone down. Jackson, the top lane, happily Hashin-shinning his way to victory as he pushes down the inner turret. Will he manage to get it? That is a yes, as 3 members now of Team 2D come to collapse on him. Going to trade a tower for 2 members, I believe. It could have been 1. It's 1 member. Not going too badly, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
And
this
once
was
again-
kind of
oh,
what
yeah.
I thought. No, this is what I thought Jax was gonna do. You know, he had early struggles, but I mean, he's able just to split push. He's gonna be that split push that all game. And I mean, Team 2D did a good job forcing the fight there to limit what Jax was able to get. But they cannot let this Jax just split push and take all their turrets.
Indeed, he's level 11 now, 1 level ahead of the Maokai. We might see that grow as Maokai continues to group with his team. Tiamat secured by the Jax, going to increase his pushing speed significantly. Dragon is now in the contention here. It's going to be I believe, a Cloud Dragon. If 3 dragons go over to Team Feed, this could just spell the end. Now, the jump forward with the buster shot, the explosive charge, the flash forward onto K-Gun. K-Gun forced the flash away, but the reset gonna come through. Now, Uranium in trouble as the Dazzle lands, gonna cancel the rocket jump. Wait, oh, actually, Spectator just bugged really hard there. Uranium now, Cataclysm goes through, Infinite Duress, but the shockwave is there. Do they have enough damage to actually take down Uranium? The flash forward from Deviljin, going to not actually do much, but it's gonna take him down in the land. The big flagon drag, doesn't land to knock up. The Hemoplague is there. Dotrick is now the next target. The Slanging Pool gonna try and do more damage to the enemy. This Dazzle going to land a stun onto Vladimir in the top lane. Jax is split pushing. Are they going to continue to force this? Kevin Banana with a Primal Howl going to go in with a bite. One more auto for the concussive blow stun, and now Kevin Banana taken so low. The Dazzle not going to land on anyone. The empowered Q for the Vladimir going to go forward, and I think the fight is over for now. I got you, Blue. Taking so much damage by the turret. You shouldn't be losing that 1v1, my friend. But in terms of trades, I do believe that was a 1-for-1.
Yeah, and they're giving away another Drake. This is kind of how, you know,
looks like they're gonna drag it out of the pit.
This is how International Feeders kind of keeps in this game. You know, you have this Jack split pushing, and it's causing a lot of pressure and getting a lot of neutral objectives for International Feeders. So he needs to keep it up, but he can't be making those stupid dives and losing trades to Maokai 1v1 at this point. But
he is 2 levels above.
But somebody's got to answer the Jax. They either have to answer or they have to force the fight, and at this point, it's gonna be really hard to answer the Jax unless you have the whole team, especially with Baron up. So he's gonna go bot side and try to get that tier 2 and get more gold, knowing that he has TP. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do see a Baron bait here, or some kind of, you know, start the Baron. Jax is gonna push and either get the Maokai.
Oh, clean rotation, walks right into a Vladimir. Is he gonna go down? The Dazzle stun will land. The Infinite Duress is available for the Warwick, deciding not to use it, and clean rotations gets out with his life. Baron now in contention.
Yeah, see, so Maokai has to go answer that, and they're probably gonna bait out the TP with trying to start the Baron.
Jax should be able to just straight up tower dive that guy, but he's not playing it correctly.
No, he keeps taking too many tower shots and not
doing enough damage, but the Cataclysm going to land on 3 members. Is the Shockwave there? Available, a huge Hemoplague. The Shockwave only lands on Vladimir, but it's maybe enough to win this fight as he goes down without being able to use the Sanguine Pool. That is a 1-for-0 so far. Now Jax is trying to whack down this bot lane turret as best as she can, and the pause comes through. It says our mid froze on Team Red. We waited till out of fight.
Yeah, but the bot lane's in a fight.
That is true. Is it possible that Vladimir's computer freezing might have actually contributed to his death there? Because he wasn't actually able to get his Sanguine Pool off and survive until the Hemoplague health came back to him.
Yeah.
So that could have been a really sad turn of events for Team Feed. But play has resumed in the bot lane. The tower going to be taken. Now the Jax is going to turn onto the Maokai. Will he be able to chop this tree down? Conqueror has been activated, doing so much damage. The jump forward. Will he be able to take it down? The damage coming through. The flash forward. And that's a solo kill. Now they can no longer come and do the Baron or mid pressure in either side, as the 1v1 has been won by the Jax. And he is now knocking on their inhibitor turret.
Yeah, they're going to have to... They can't send everyone. Yeah, because what's going to happen is International Feeders are just going to go straight to Baron if they do it.
Teleport is available by both top laners. Maokai respawning in 10 seconds with that Nature's Grasp can turn a fight.
Yeah,
Warwick not too strong at 2 and 4.
Team 2D needs to catch somebody out here like they've been doing and either get a pick or start a team fight without the Jax. But Jax is going to go right back to the bot lane. So they have to force Baron or they have to force a fight here. They have it completely warded, so they could try to do it. But no, they're going to...
Wrong. Didn't they pick Maokai into the Jax?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, boy.
Jax was second pick.
Oh, the dazzle comes through. The face check and the shockwave onto both members. The support in the jungle taken so low. Now Riker not going to be able to use stand behind me to get away. The ace in the hole going to take down Warwick. That's a 2 for 0 so far. Now it's all up to Jax to save his team's hopes and dreams as he leaps forward onto the Maokai. Will he be able to manage to get the solo kill? Oh, the twisted advance forward might actually mean his death. Not going to jump forward. Now the Baron is in contention. Warwick is dead, so the smite battle will most likely go over to Jarvan. Vladimir and Tristana looking for some desperation. The smite comes in at 320 HP. The bot lane inhibitor will most likely fall. The tower is going to go down, and Jax has to back off as the empowered recalls are now online.
Yeah,
so the death was tactic.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I thought that was going to happen. They had full vision control, so they played that really well. They cleaned up some of their macro mistakes. What's crazy is Caitlyn is still not using their traps. Like, did they not have... I thought they were the ones with the coach in the lobby.
They can't... I told you, she can't use traps. She's Korean.
Oh,
it wouldn't be fair to Team Feed.
I'm actually tilted. If Team 2D has a coach in this game and is watching the stream, please tell this Caitlyn to use her trap.
I bet you she doesn't have a single skill into it. It's just Q and E.
Yeah, which blows my mind.
It's like a Morgana. Like you only put points in Q and E. You don't need that tormented soil. Similar thing. You don't need Yordle snap traps. You just don't need it. Yordle snap traps are for pussies, dude. But the game has now stabilized. 1.1k gold lead in favor of Team 2D.
Yeah,
but the game is actually pretty even.
Yeah, let's take a look. So, Orianna has that 2k gold lead, which is pretty big. And Jarvan also has a 1k gold lead. But, look at the top lane. Almost over 3k gold on the Jax. That's a feels bad moment. So, I mean...
Titanic Trident has been completed.
They have to push here because look at what the Jax is doing. And they have no answer for it. So they have to either force a fight or get a turret and trade this inhibitor because, yeah, they're going to lose this inhib to Jax right now. And they have Baron. Like, that's the crazy part.
Oh, the Jax is now engaging with the Maokai. He's in trouble. The Counter-Strike is activated. He decides to focus down the inhibitor rather than the Maokai. Not sure if it pays off in the end. The Nature's Grab's going to come through. Not going to actually do much. He just can't stop him from taking the inhibitor. He's taking a half HP, and the Jarvan is now coming in for the counter gank. Will he land the EQ? Yes, the Flag and Drag comes through, and the Electrocute proc will take him down, but that is his life for the inhibitor. A Shockwave missing completely! Down for about 75 to 80 seconds, I believe. Going to relieve some pressure onto members of Team Feed.
Here's the great part. There is going to be no game 3. The macro I just saw, like, they did so well getting that dragon and catching them out, and then just to watch what I watched there's no way that Team 2D is going to win this match now.
They are ahead in gold, so don't count them out quite yet. Maybe we'll see a big Orianna Shockwave.
Oh man, this is just a weird game. I mean, the problem is Jax. I mean, Jax. Let's take a look again. Yeah, still up almost 3.5k. So you're huge gold lead. They're gonna have a lot of trouble. They're gonna have a lot of trouble dealing with this Jax, and I mean, Jax should just go to another lane. If he went mid right now, he could probably take the whole mid all those mid turrets. So before Team 2D can do anything.
Stana's doing damage, and now the ultimate is going to come through for the Taric. Invulnerability is there, and the teleport as well from the Maokai, but that is an inhibitor wave in the bot lane, so they only have a certain amount of time before that timer starts ticking. Nature's Grab's going to root a lot of people. The Demolish proc going to come through. A huge Counter-Strike, going to stun 3 members, and the Flag and Drag going to miss completely. Cataclysm only going to land, and the Shockwave as well on the Warwick. Now the Jax is going to do a lot of damage in the backline. Taric's going to fall, but K-Gun goes down as well. Uranium somehow manages to die. Dodris in the back is going to be chased by the Braum, and now Warwick is the next target. Braum trying to be the man that his team needs. Is he going to go down to the baby crush? The teleport coming in from the Jax. He's going to end the game. Vladimir going to look to stop the backs of Jotrix and Deviljin. And Warwick is on the blood hunt. He's coming. He's coming for that blood. Jotrix now going to be the target of that blood hunt. And Jax whacking on the inhibitor turrets. And now the Nexus turrets. Will he be able to manage to end the game? That Flag and Drag going to land onto the Jax. But the counter strike is in good time. And he's going to take down the Orianna. Now the Jarvan is the last man standing. There's only a 4-second death timer onto the Caitlyn and the Taric. Jax has gone down, but now the Nexus is open. The Dazzle's gonna miss. Will they be able to end the game? Will they be able to backdoor? The Flag and Drag comes through. The Cataclysm's not available. And the Vlad and the Warwick forced to back away from the Nexus. It is an open Nexus, but the game continues.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, Team 2D, they have potential. I think they're gonna do really well over the split, but their macro mistakes right now are what's costing their game. Both games, they should not be 0-1 and looking like 0-2 right now. They're drafting superior team comps, but they just don't know what to do with it. And yeah, and then their ADC doesn't know how to use traps, so yeah, it's just interesting games. But I mean, I think this is, both teams have potential. So
I don't know. Personally, I really like building Spirit Visage on a champion that doesn't have any healing. You know, I think that's a really good buy.
Yeah, I think so too. Nice meme. Oh, they're looking to engage.
Darvin's looking for the engage. The Cataclysm, will it go through? Tristana has no flash available, but she's going to kite back expertly with the explosive charge, going to reset her rocket jump. Now Jax pressuring this top lane. Caitlyn is on the case. Detective Caitlyn not going to let this one go. Right now, it's still no traps used.
I wish there was a stat tracker to track how many traps she laid down in the game.
But Vladimir's now in trouble, has no flash available, manages to ghost and Protobelt out of the way. Orianna Shockwave is still available. Vladimir taken to about half HP, might actually affect the next couple of minutes. We'll see how it goes. No Ocean Drakes. Oh, they have one Ocean Drake, so it will eventually regen his HP. Caitlyn forced to clear the bot lane, but it looks like now that the Baron's up, this game will close out to an end shortly for either team. Depending on who gets this Baron, will most likely win. Now Riker looking for the damage. Winter's Bite, the Glacial going to come through, but the damage is not there for either team. Tristana in the back, taken low by the Orianna, and the Hemoplague landing. Now the Jarvan's in trouble, manages to Flag and Drag away. The ultimate coming in huge by the Taric, and Jax manages to go down to 5 people. Now Guts of Fear fighting for his life. The Empower Q is up. Will he manage to use it? The Sanguine Pull is available. The Dazzle landing on no one. Now, one has gone down. Will the resets come into play? Primal Howl, the Blood Hunt as well. The Warwick now onto the Maokai. The next target, the Buster Shot. Not going to take out the Jarvan, but the Maokai will go down. So far, 2-for-1 trade. Now, the Orianna is the next target. Now, the Rocket Jump forward. The Flag and Drag going to take down Uranium as he goes insane, as he goes double lift into the enemy team, dying to the CC. The ace in the hole going to be blocked by the Warwick, and so far 2-for-2. Both of the teams could have ended the game right there and then, but played it so horribly that it's going to end once again in a stalemate.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was actually a really good team fight for both teams. I mean, just really back and forth. So, interesting that the
good to watch. Bad players.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why Jax had to 1v5 there. I mean, he is strong, but his itemization's not a 1v5 build. It's like, hey, I'm going to split push and kill you like 1v2. So, definitely a interesting team fight. Very fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, I think this just kind of stalls the game out, and that kind of is in favor of Team 2D. So
Jax is in a bit of trouble being
Yeah,
caught
this
out by
is actually
Demogen.
really good.
Dotrix is here. He has his ultimate proc. The Shockwave's gonna come through, but the Braum and the Tristana are here to follow. The Exhaust gonna come through. The flash forward. Will Orianna fall before Jax, or will Jax fall down? No, Jax goes down first. The Cataclysm is there. The flash forward by the Vladimir, looking to do some damage, but the Taric ult is there to stop at the Caitlyn, dishing out damage in the back. But the Tristana not being able to take down the Maokai in that amount of time. That is so far a 2-for-0. But the members of T2D are low. Will Vlad manage to be the hero? No, he goes down. 3-for-0. So far, only 2 members alive. Only Warwick is alive with the Tristana. Will he be able to steal this Baron? This will mean the game. Whoever gets this Baron will most likely win it all and keep their team. Now the ultimate forward, not gonna go over to either jungler as Orianna takes it, but the rocket jump forward on to the Tristana with the Maokai as the victim, going to take down one. So far, a 1-for-4. Braum coming out with the respawn. There are no weirds in position for Team 2D to really take advantage of it. So far, probably just going to be a Baron take with a Dragon as a consolation prize. No inhibitor is going to go down.
hold on one sec.
Ducky, rest in peace, Ducky.
I
Rubber
said
Ducky,
one sec.
having a blast. Rubber Ducky, you make me clean so fast. Rubber Ducky, you mean so much to me.
That was a great catch on the Jax at the Baron Pit, and turns the game over. But I still think that International Feeders is going to win because the lack in macro control by the Team 2D. I mean, they got the Baron, which stabilizes, and they got the Ocean Drake, but they still have no pressure on the map, and they really have no answer for the Jax other than just force a fight and hope that Jax doesn't take your base. So
Jax currently backing. Looks like a bit of a jangle. The Cataclysm is available. Will they go onto the Warwick? No, decides not to. Warwick has flash available.
See,
Far
but-
the action.
So this is what I'm talking about. They're like trying to chase the work instead of just run it right down mid. You have Baron. So
Well, Caitlyn can't place traps, so they can't siege very well. You know?
which is
I like how you just completely gave up on life right there. Look, no traps! No traps! You're sieging a turret! There's no traps! There's no traps!
Alright, hold on. I gotta message this guy on Discord after this. Please tell this guy to buy a trap.
Tower's gonna fall down shortly as the Baron and Power minions are going to come through. Vladimir's looking for the fat flank on the left side.
He said it, he waited to put his traps down for this turn, right? Come on.
Oh, yes, maybe? No, no traps! 0 traps! Primal Howl activated by the Warwick, not gonna find the engage that he's looking for. Orianna has Shockwave available. A lot of summoner spells are up for both teams, but the most important ones are the Vladimir Flash, which is not up. So they might actually not be able to win this fight, as he cannot get into the backline effectively enough. This inhibitor might go down for free.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna go down.
Concussive blows is landed onto the Jarvan. Will the stun go through? But that Warwick is so squishy! The Taricle has been proc. The Hemoplague onto invulnerable targets! That's not how you win a team fight. And now Vladimir is going to manage to get away with Sanguine Pool. No, the auto attack is going to go through. Tristana still alive in the back line, but not managing to take down anyone. This is going to game 3 as Tristana is the last one alive. The Dazzle not going to land, but the Maokai following him all the way around. Will he manage to kill him? It really doesn't matter. The Nexus is going to go down, and this is game 2-1 as the Nexus will fall. Now we're going to a game 3.
Okay. This is what I need someone to do. Can someone ban this man's Caitlyn so I don't have to watch this guy put no traps down? I can't give him MVP. He played actually really well, but he doesn't know how to put down traps.
We'll give it to someone else.
I mean, I think the Orianna was a little better, but I think J4 was what did it.
We'll give it to J4.
I think J4 won that game with his ults. So
This game was so easily winnable by both sides, but managed to drag it out into another 35-minute plus game. Annie, get the gun. Because tonight is the night to end it all. If the next game goes on for longer than 20 minutes, I swear. Oh. All right. So, because of the nature of the night, and of course this game going on way too long once again, we're going to once again have to cut off the damage numbers and just go straight into the game 3. We'll take a quick break and as we do so, and we'll get back into game as fast as we possibly can. Hope you're enjoying the entertainment of tonight, because I sure am, sort of, possibly, maybe not. And we'll try and wrap this series up for once and for all. We'll see you in a bit. Should we cancel?
No, we're good. We're back.
So I thought
Someone wasn't ready.
they didn't. We didn't get.
Yeah. They probably saw ours and then. Nice meme.
Yep. Essentially. We good?
Yep.
All right. Welcome to game 3 of tonight's match. It's been 2 hours. Ducky and I are at our breaking point. If this game somehow manages to end in a tie, which doesn't exist in League of Legends, it's all rigged. It's all part of the script. You can pack it up now. There's no doubt. Bans are coming through. 1-1 for each team. They're looking to close the clean, not so clean, quite dirty actually, 2-1 on the enemy team. We'll see which team can take it home. Both teams have looked pretty shaky tonight. But which team do you think has the upper hand without any picks going through, Ducky?
I don't know. Both teams look pretty sloppy.
So equally sloppy means equally good, and equally good means equally bad. So
Yeah.
in this case, probably 50-50 for both sides. We'll see who wins the draft and maybe make some predictions from there. First 3 bans coming in for both teams. The Jax ban actually coming through. They really didn't like how that Jax almost single-handedly won the game. And indeed, if he played that just slightly better, he could have actually just single-handedly won the game. But, you know, such is the way of games. Talia locked in for Guts Over Fear, diverting from the Vladimir pick that he's played for the last 2 games. What do you think about Talia right now?
I mean, I like it if they're gonna use it to roam and affect the other lanes, because it's one thing that we haven't seen in the series. But if it's just gonna be another one of these like farm, not do anything, everyone just stay mid, then not gonna be a huge fan of it. So.
Tarek locked in. He did win the game. Clean rotations last game with some big Tarek ults that actually completely canceled out a bunch of Vladimir Hemoplagues. So in that sense, carried his team pretty heavily with some good timings. Jarvan locked in once again. So it looks like they're sticking to their guns. This is the same kind of comp that they played last time. You think they can... Oh, Oriana's banned away, though.
Yeah, I mean... They're gonna have to change up the mid pick, but they can do similar things. Similar team fighty, so I expect that to happen, but we'll see.
Oh, looks like a filler pick once again. I wonder what champion that is this time.
Last time wasn't it a top laner?
It was Vladimir last time. So this time, we'll be left in the dark until the thing restarts. As they pick their filler. Victor locked in the mid lane for Dotrix. That's a new one. We haven't seen that champion tonight. What I'm really looking forward, though, is the Caitlyn lock-in for K-Gun. I'm really looking forward to that. The guy is known to be a beast on the champion. Plays her to her full potential every single game. The guy just cannot do wrong with that champion. We'll see if it goes through. Not entirely sure what that Teemo lock-in is for now. As we mentioned before, filler champion means that, of course, is not Teemo, but they will restart the champ select once all the champions have been completed, so that that Teemo is actually representative of another champion. I wonder if that's a Twitch jungler or a Twitch AD carry. What do you think?
Oh, it's definitely gonna be a Twitch ADC. I'm just trying to figure out with Twitch and Talia what they're trying to run.
Looks like a very long-range heavy composition.
Yeah.
Which is always nice to have. And of course, from Feed, we haven't really seen any kind of composition in these last two games. They've always kind of drafted whatever and hoped that the strength of their champions would carry them, which it did the first game. But the second game not panning out as well against a more organized composition with that Shockwave and the Terracle as well. We'll see how they play it this time. K-Gun. Caitlyn is banned away. He cannot show us his Caitlyn this game. Jinx is picked up. Do you think Jinx's traps, her Flame Chompers, work similar to Caitlyn W and that K-Gun can't use them?
I mean, I do like the Jinx pickup, because if you trap everyone with that J4 and Jinx is just being able to freely kind of go off. So I'm surprised that they didn't ban away the J4. It caused a lot of issues, but I guess they really just didn't want them on Sedge.
Mordekaiser.
That's got to be another filler pick.
Is that a thing?
I mean, it has to be. Like, there's no way they're picking Teemo and Mordekaiser.
Maybe that's a Mordekaiser top. Maybe that's I Got You Blue's secret pick. It's definitely not Teemo, because we know that's a filler pick already. Swain locked in. Okay, this could be big. I'm really confused what their composition is right now. Is that two filler picks? It's possible. Now the last remaining champion for clean rotations to pick for his top laner, Ginger Oxide. We'll see which top laner he selects. We have no idea what matchups are anymore, considering there's a lot of communication going on behind the scenes. We're not privy to.
Right.
Gangplank locked in.
Yeah, so you...
Alright. The queue has been restarted.
So what was that, a support and a jungle pick?
I do believe.
Yeah.
So it's really strange that we don't know what they're picking. It's hard to talk about stuff that we can't see.
Yeah.
Alright. Should be alright, though. Whatever it is, I hope it makes this game go fast. Because I'm hungry. I'm tired.
Yeah, they should just pro draft. Like, it just makes more sense. Pro draft before, and then just draft it, like, regularly.
Yeah. And then we could take a look at the pro draft, right?
Yeah.
And we could say, hey, that's pretty cool. Or, hey, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
As we are often want to do in these games.
Yeah.
Shout out to coaches, though.
Yeah, I don't even know what to make of that draft. Cause
Yeah, we can't. We don't know what champion. Yeah.
Yeah. We only saw one half of the team, or half of the teams. So the other half, we're gonna have to figure out. Let's see, with a Twitch, maybe a Braum or a Lulu.
Hopefully a Lulu. That would have been really nice.
Yeah.
Lulu shuts down the Jarvan pretty hard too.
Yeah. But then the problem is they lack tankiness, so it'd have to be a tank jungler. Maybe like a Zac.
It's possible. Sejuani. This is really a tedious way to do things.
Yeah.
And why is it taking them so long?
feathers.
Pro drafts. Pro drafts.
Yeah, it just
Don't
drags
waste.
this game out longer.
If we go to midnight EST, I'm done, boys. It's all over. We'll wrap up the coat. I already mentioned to these guys that if they made me wait for exorbitant amounts of time for no reason, I will go onto my billion of Smurfs accounts. I'll log into the entire Riot network, and I will make them lose LP in their solo queue game. So it's a big threat. We'll see if they actually respect it. Swain, GP, and Jarvan. So that is a Swain top because they are picking now in terms of chronological order. Skarner! All right, so that's what one of the filler picks was. Talia, of course. Pretty standard stuff here. That was a Victor for .next.
I don't like the Skarner pick here.
Skarner pick is really spooky against the GP in specific, right? Because at any point, GP can get out of that. You don't even need a QSS.
Well, and if you get trapped by the J4, you're not ulting anyone anywhere. So,
That's true.
uh,
We'll see if the Swain pick is actually enough, though. Swain is currently one of the stronger champions in the game. Strong durability as well as good damage output if he gets ahead from behind. Pretty useless champion, though. See the bot lanes locked in for both teams. We do know there is a Twitch involved, and we do know there is a Jinx as well as a... Was it Jinx? I can't actually remember the support for Team 2D.
the support they didn't have on. For Team... Oh, wait, Tarek. It was the Tarek again.
Oh, that's Tarek.
Yeah.
Twitch locked in. We'll see the support now. Do they manage to get the Lulu is the question. Oh! Very well done.
It just made the most sense.
It looks good.
Yeah.
The comp doesn't look too bad. The issue...
The Skarner is the
they-
only... The
Yeah,
Skarner
it
is
looks
the
a
issue.
little strange. And of course, Swain can't really kill GP. So we have two scaling top laners in the top lane. Two mid laners that Talia has a great advantage over Victor until the first Hex core. Skarner versus J4 is pretty even in terms of clear speed and ganks in the early game. Twitch Lulu versus Jinx Tarek, of course, Twitch Lulu having a massive advantage in lane, and generally a pretty big advantage in the late game as well. We'll see how that comp difference plays out.
I mean, I think the Jinx might work if... Or the Skarner pick might work if you can get the Jinx. But, I mean, it's a tall order trying to get to that back line with... You have the Victor, what is it, his W, that traps... You know, you have Gangplankle, you have a Jarvan, and you have a Tarek that can just stun ult. So, that's where I'm kind of lost with the Skarner. It was... Because we don't know which one was the filler pick, we don't know how much of their draft they saw. But
Exactly.
yeah, I just not a huge fan of that pick, so
We'll see how it works out.
yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about this bot lane, though. Twitch Lulu versus Jinx Tarek.
I mean, I think this goes in favor of Jinx. I think she's pretty strong right now. With the Tarek ulti and the Tarek stun, I think it's going to be pretty big. But I don't know. It is Lulu. She's really good right now, too. So she's good with the hyper carry. So we'll see. I mean, if Twitch is going to have to do some cheesiness with coming in. So I actually think the matchup's going to... I think the mid lane is more important in these games because if Talia can push in the Victor, which would be kind of a little hard, but if Talia can kind of get that going and push in and then be able to roam to lanes, I think that's going to be big. But if Victor can punish, then it'll be hard for Talia to kind of get things going around the map. So I think the mid this game is the lane to watch. Where in the other series it was just kind of a farm fest. So
Absolutely.
As far as predictions for Game 3, I'm gonna have to give it international feeders. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the Skarner pick, I do think they have some power pick. They have probably one of the best power picks right now in Swain. And then the Lulu's gonna cause a lot of issues because you're gonna think you're about to kill somebody, and most likely the Twitch, and he's just gonna get ulted and poison your whole team. So.
Oh.
What about you? What are you?
Yeah,
thinking?
I agree with a lot of your conclusions. I don't think there's any huge issues with that. Swain might see a big pop-off fight in the mid-game, which would be pretty cool to watch. Twitch, of course, being a bit stronger than Jinx in the early game 2-item spike than she is, and 3-item spike I think is pretty even. But with the Lulu add-on, with possibility of Ardent as well as her W damage, adding that on hit, might see a bit more of a damage increase. I really like Talia versus Victor. I think that Victor lock was really strange. Victor's not in a great spot right now. Of course, being a really weak early game champion and actually not scaling as hard as some of the other scaling mid laners. So we'll see how he manages to use that Victor pick, though. Could defy our expectations as this game goes in the loading screen. Third cave of the night. People say less is more, and I think that really counts here. Because at a certain point, right, the entertainment must stop. It must not go on any longer. But they insist on having 35-minute plus games. And not only that, not allowing one team to win twice. So now we are forced into Game 3 of this, or Week 1 Feed versus T2D match. We'll see if there's more excitement to be had. I'm personally hoping it's just one team rolls the other over completely, but knowing that their skill level is around the same, considering they are currently 1-on-1 and both teams have been going back and forth in every game, probably not going to go that way, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, do we think it's going to be another, 40-minute, almost 40 minute?
Don't even mention it, bro. It's not a thing in my mind.
I mean, we do have scaling ADCs, so, and I mean, I think that the game goes long. I mean, don't you think that the Jinx and the GP are favored in this?
Twitch alone is enough to deter that particular win condition, because Twitch's late game damage is unrivaled, because he has the longest range and the most damage output, so cannot necessarily rely on that too much. I think this will come down to who gets their item power spikes faster than the others.
Yeah.
And I really wary of this GP. One of the reasons I'm a coach, one of the things that I do is warn students away from playing champions like GP. Because if you play GP and you're in a team fight, you actually have the possibility of doing 0 damage in a team fight if you miss your barrels. And his barrels are not easy to land and have the possibility of someone killing them. So GP's in a bit of struggling here. Phase Rush activated. GP looking for more parley stacks with the Kleptomancy. Gonna grab away the Skarner Pillar, but taking 60%, down to 60%, of course, of his HP total in response. Not sure if that's worth it. But as I was saying, we'll have to really watch this GP and see if he's managed to make the pick effective at all.
So, do you think that the junglers are starting bot side because they're gonna gank mid, or go for the top gank?
Not entirely sure.
I'm thinking mid. Like I said, I think top's gonna be a little weird. Maybe for the J4 you try to go top to get the flash off
Well, the
swing.
Dazzle lands in the bot lane, but the Rocket not gonna follow up.
Because getting flash ons off Swain is actually pretty big. Because he's
I
pretty.
can't believe
immobile.
GP started Sapphire Crystal. How greedy is that?
OP. And we do see bot lane get level 2 first. And a nice
Dazzle
start.
land. And now the Flame Chompers as well onto both members. The Rocket going to do some AoE damage. A one trade by the bot lane of Team 2D. Jarvan's looking for the top lane gank. He has priority. Will he manage to get it? Nope, not going to find it. He actually was sitting on a ward there. Swain was testing his luck. Jarvan now invading the blue buff of the Skarner, going to ping it away and not going to decide to go for it. Skarner will hit level 4 shortly after that Gromp take. Has an XP advantage. This game is really slow so far. So let's talk a little bit about the mid game here. Say this game goes on 0-0 until the mid game, which it most likely won't, right? But say it does. Who has the advantage?
I think the Team 2D, because I think with the Jinx and the Victor, I mean that's a lot of damage. J4 is gonna be able to trap. So yeah, I think if it's even, I think Jinx damage alone is gonna do enough.
The Dazzle lands onto the Lulu. The Flame Chopper's gonna follow up. Now the Lulu's taking a half HP and more, but now the Skarner comes in for the gank to flash away by the Taric, going to save his life. Great gank by Skarner, saving his Lulu. No Summoner's Burn, except for Taric Flash.
Interesting that J4 is going.
But now in the top lane, J4 is ganking. Swain has Flash available. The red buff proc. The slow is there. Will Swain flash away? The Flag and Drag is up. Going to use it. Take down the Swain. First blood goes over to Devil Jin. Ducky is currently out of order at this time. He's currently patching his next AI update.
Yep.
It's late, folks.
I was gonna say
late.
this is what happens when you get 11:30. We're game 3, only 4 minutes in. Lol.
Omega lol.
That was just a weird interaction top because Swain was so pushed up low, but it was kind of weird that GP didn't even stay around to bait it and maybe get like an assist. And so J4 just gets the solo kill on the top laner. Just kind of interesting. I do like the fact that the Jarvan's going tank build. I didn't actually look at his build last game. I'm assuming he's going similar build to last game, but I do like the tank build still here. They do need it because he is gonna be the front line.
Wow, these mid laners really like the idea of Archangel Staff. To Alia goes tier.
Yeah.
Over Ludens. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
And Victor does too. He goes tier over his Hex Core.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Interesting with the first 3 letters capitalized, indeed.
I don't play mid, but I mean, I know not to buy tier on Victor.
Atlantic Canadians. It's 1 AM. Oh my lord. That's just inhumane. But now a little bit of action in the mid lane. Jarvan and Victor gearing up for the 2v2. The Predator has been activated. They're going to look for more action. That's a level 6 of Victor. That's quite the XP advantage.
Yeah, I mean, and if we look at the CS, I mean, no one really has a huge CS advantage, so it's kind of why the gold essentially is the first blood difference. But
oh, the pull comes in.
Interesting that he did have the XP advantage. So
Victor is dominating this lane. Talia has no idea how to play this matchup, so it's really hurting her team in terms of mid pressure. She cannot find an ultimate to either side lane when she's constantly pushed in and at 30% HP. So it's really all up to Double Jin to carry Team 2D in this early game. Talia is out of, or I should say, up to Kama Banana. I'm just demolishing his name more and more as the night goes on. Kamama Banana.
that at the end of the stream, it's gonna be 40 minutes and we're just gonna call him that guy. That guy.
That guy. It's going to be up to Kama Banana to carry his team feed in this early game.
Okay, so Chibaratsu said, considering what they bought, they didn't have enough for upgrade or lost chapter. So they're
Buying
saying it's
tier
fine.
significantly delays your power spike. On these two champions, especially with the reliance of the E evolution on Victor in terms of wave clear, definitely not something you want to go towards.
I'm not a mid lane player, so I'll let you guys debate it out.
In the top lane, it looks like Swain has the lane priority. This game, compared to the other games, is actionless.
Yeah, it is pretty stale, but we do see
Oh, but now the
another-
gank in the top lane. Cataclysm is available. Cannon Barrage comes in as well. Are they going to be able to actually 2v1 against the Swain? The Cataclysm comes in, but it's just not enough damage. And he pulls off the 2v1 outplay and manages the 1-for-0. Jarvan goes down. Oh my gosh, I got you, Blue. Pulls off the Smurfing play. Takes the kill. But the rocket! Super mega death rocket from downtown comes in from all the way in the bot lane to take him out. The death trap has been secured, but the dragon will go over to Team Feed in response.
Okay, so we finally get K-Gun off the Caitlyn, and he actually makes a LCS big play. Doesn't have to worry about the traps. Holy moly. Nice shot. So, the sniper across the map. Boys, that's why whenever Jinx is level 6, you do not sit at a turret when you're low.
Okay, so it turns out I was wrong about Talia. Talia's most often completed item is Archangel Staff. I think I was kind of fooled by most of the Talias in my games going Luden's Echo for the earlier power spike. But it is the most common start, Archangel Staff onto Talia, so I was wrong in that aspect. But Victor delaying his Hex Core for an Archangel Staff item, definitely, as I was thinking, not correct. So Talia is alright, but Victor not so alright.
Yeah, and let's take a look at the gold. So Victor does have
That comes
1,500
in.
gold, and actually, Jinx is sitting on 1,600 gold, so that's gonna be nice backs for both the mid and the bot of Team 2D. And really, GP just needs to sit there and wait for Jarvan over and over again. The Swain is, you know, you
The pull
just have
comes
to
through.
punish. Oh, this
Damage
is
as well, but the parleys are starting to hurt with the Sheen and the Phage being completed. Looks like the action though is dying down once again. Infernal Dragon was completed by Team Feed, so that will help them out as this game goes on and the game stays even. A little bit of poke coming out from the Lulu, but it's actually not doing too much. This game is really slow.
Yeah. Well, this favors, in my opinion, Team 2D. Team. So.
Ooh, the Victor laser does not land, costing him a bit of poke there. Top lane, it's a pretty poke central lane.
Well, the problem right now is this Swain is kind of
Dazzle's gonna miss.
punishing this GP pretty hard. Oh,
Driver
and-
4, Flag and Drag not gonna land, and Pale is available. Will he pull him into the tower? Cataclysm completely canceled, but the Talia misses her knockback, and now the Death Ray with the Cataclysm! A huge wombo, but the Super Mega Death Rocket coming in for the bot lane, not gonna land onto anyone. Almost a great play by Team T2D,
Okay,
but barely misses the mark.
on that Jarvan ult, was it canceled and then redone as soon as he fell out of the Skarner ult? Or did he
I think the
recast
cooldown
it?
never went on cooldown, so he had to
Did
recast
he
it.
recast it though? Or did it just...
Yeah, he did. He did recast it, yes.
Okay. Because it almost looked like he got out of the Skarner ult and then the animation continued.
It looked like that, yeah.
So that was a definitely weird interaction. So
First tower secured by Team T2D. It looks like their macro is looking a bit better this game in terms of early, although their early game macro almost always looked pretty good.
yeah. Now we're starting to see a CS advantage for international feeders, so in almost every lane except mid, so that's gonna be something to watch. I mean, they are down in gold right now because of the kills and the tower, but if they're able to get the towers, it will equalize the gold and actually probably give them the lead. So, and we do see Victor find
Pause comes through.
Yeah, it's a pretty slow game, so pause shouldn't affect much.
Yep. I do want to mention that Victor plays very similarly to 80 carries, and that 80 carries likes to back at 1300 gold. When you have enough for BF Sword. Victor functions almost the same way. It's almost always beneficial to stay in lane until you have enough gold for your Hex Core upgrade. And while you do lose lane pressure while you back, it's a kind of a necessary evil. Just kind of have to do it in order to optimize your build path. But in this case, it doesn't hurt him too much.
Am I reading that chat right? I think the J4 ult was stopped and then redone after the suppression.
Let's watch it. Unstoppable can still be suppressed. I can test it with a friend. Test it with a friend after this game, but I'm not entirely sure. I think Jarvan ult should be unstoppable. And unstoppable means there's nothing that can stop it. Like, he did say that delayed J4. Maybe you're right. Maybe that Skarner ulted the Dazzle and the Flame Chompers missed in the bot lane. But yeah, I think maybe you're right. He ulted and then Skarner canceled it and then it immediately went off right as the suppression ended. He didn't have
so
to
wherever he went, wherever he was is where it landed. Because that's what it looked like. It literally.
Oh, now the Flagon Dragon in the top lane. Swain activates his ultimate, and Skarner is here for the counter. Cataclysm goes down, but Swain just not enough damage to take it down. Now Jarvan is trapped in his own wall. Talia is coming up for the roam, and now he's looking for the kill onto the GP. Jarvan is the first to fall, and now GP is the next. 2 for 0 so far. Victor's coming up for the roam, but this is a 1v3 situation. Now in the bot lane, the Dazzle did miss. The Flame Chompers going to be put down, not going to find it. And now Victor in a bit of trouble, but the damage comes through. And Talia is nuked to the ground. Now it's a 2v1 situation. Will he find the kill onto the Skarner? Blast Plant is available. The Super Mega Death Rocket once again having a show up in the top lane fight. But so far a 1 for 2 in favor of Team Feud.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the replay on that after on the stream. So.
It shouldn't be too hard to test, right? You get a friend, you go Skarner or Malzahar, you get Jarvan, you ult them, have them cancel it with their ult, and see what happens afterwards. The Dazzle's going to land, the Flame Chompers as well, the CC chain is there, but Tarek is taking the tower! He takes another tower! Well, he does not go down before the tower cuts down. The Cannon Barrage is there, but that is a friendly GP, and Twitch goes down. Now the tower is in their sights.
They should just die.
They decide not to go for it. Skarner and Talia have no ults available, but instead, they go for the Mountain Dragon in the top lane. Looks like GP is finally on the aggression route. Triforce completed. Throw another rock. Doing a lot of damage to Victor in that mid lane. Looks like finally Swain is on the losing end of this matchup. Triforce completed. Massive power spike for the GP. We'll see. The smite comes through at the correct time, and the Mountain Dragon is secured. Now 1 dragon apiece, and T2D solidly in the lead. The parley is starting to hurt.
I'm not sure I would have built Rod of Ages. I don't know.
On the Swain?
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing else to buy in the early game. Now, the Impale going to land onto the GP. No oranges available. The Flagon Drag going to knock both of them up. Is it enough to save the GP? No, the pool as well as the ultimate explosion going to come through. Now the Victor's here to save the day. The Talia has no ult to get there. In the bot lane, the Pray and Pray going to do so much damage. Jinx and the Tarek, I should say, taking the so low HP, but both of them are going to survive. The Flagon Drag going to miss onto the Swain, and the Talia is here for the 2v1. Now Victor is going to look for it. The Plasma Death Ray going to do so much. The flash into the spear going to do so much damage. I have no idea what the champion ability names. I'm just lazing my way through this one. The Victor Death Lays are going to come through in a second here. And the Victor is so big this game. 5-0, 142 CS. Dotrix pulling in work. The teleport coming in to save the tower, the bot lane.
Well, and you know, I guess we called it right. The mid lane is what's kind of changing the game. It was the lane to watch, and Victor just kind of bullied the Talia the whole entire time, and now you're seeing the fruits of that. So they do pick up the Rift Herald here. That's pretty big.
Oh, this Victor is big, and that is a scaling champion getting ahead in the early game, so going to be fearsome as he hits those 2 and 3 item power spikes. Archangel Staff completed. Going to add on that Seraph Shield as well. Be pretty strong.
I mean,
not usually one of his core items, but he'll make it work.
Team 2D is having a little bit better macro this game, so maybe they can close this out earlier. But I mean, we've seen them do this where they make some good macro decisions, but then just like fall flat on their face. So, like right now.
Now Tarek's in trouble. The wall coming in from Talia. The Tarek all gonna be burned. This is a 4v1 situation. There's no one here to help, and that guy is a dead Tarek. Somehow Lulu manages to get it instead. Now 3 members of Team 2D collapsing on this top lane. Are they going to go for the engage? Draven has Cataclysm and Flash available. The Cannon Barrage comes in. The Cataclysm as well. Will he use it? Victor not going to do a lot of damage. Misses a Death Ray onto everyone really. Swain going to look for more damage. Boom! Explosion comes through. Massacres K-Gun. And that is a 3-for-0 in favor of Team Feed. And as you mentioned, they may have good early game macro, but once that mid game spike hits, for both teams, they have no idea what to do with it.
I mean, come on, oh my god, that is a feels bad moment. But we just seen it all series. Team 2D just, I mean, makes these mistakes. You just lost your Tarek, who used ult whenever it was a 4v1. Save your ult, because I mean, there's no way you were getting away. So you might as well have it up now, so maybe you could engage on something. And then to go in and fight when you're down a person, that was just sloppy. J4 went in, didn't even ult because he was trying to trap the Twitch the whole entire time while he was invis. So
yeah, Victor wasn't able to put out any damage whatsoever in that fight. Missed all of his abilities.
Yeah,
it's
that's
difficult as a mage player. Baron coming up in 45 seconds, going to be the next objective on the map. Mountain Dragon going to be a bit more effective than the Infernal Dragon in that case, but not by much. Looks like the lane positioning macro going to kick into gear. Twitch behind enemy lines. Wait, now Jakes face checks 2 members of the Team Feed roster. Now Twitch
why are they chasing the Twitch?
Oh, he plays right to Victor, and he is gone. Flag and Drag comes through. Cataclysm doesn't even need to be used. Okay, Baron is up in 15 seconds. Teleport is up for neither of the top laners, so it's an island for now. Talia's looking for some action in the bot lane. Will she manage to find the pick onto GP?
GP has ult though.
Back towards the Baron.
GP has ult. This should be Baron. What are they doing?
Baron is up. 12-second respawn timer. Victor's looking for some aggression onto the Talia. Baron has not begun. Instead, they're focusing on the top tower. In the bot lane, Cannon Barrage comes down. Swain looking for the aggression. Not going to find the pool. Forces the flash from the GP. In the top lane, going to focus down this tower.
I guess they don't want to throw with the 20-minute Baron.
They have a Mountain Dragon.
Are they going to do it now? Are they going to?
They can't do it now. Twitch is up. He has ultimate. Spray and pray. Lulu has everything.
They're trying to catch.
Jinx is frontlining. Flag and Drag comes through. Cataclysm is up. Jinx is currently frontlining once again. Twitch is still invisible.
You have to walk with your
Swain
ADC.
is winning the 1v1. Look at this Jinx. Look at her positioning. She's always the one closest to the enemy team.
Well, part of that was her tanks should have been with her that time.
That's true. That's true.
But she did have bad positioning. Yes.
Dragon, the next dragon is up. Let's see what kind it is. Indeed, is it a Mother Mountain Drake? A Mother Mountain Drake, another Mountain Drake, another Mountain Drake, a Mother Mountain Drake?
Well, this is going to be big. I mean, if they catch him out in misposition here, I think they just go run over to Baron. If they spawn him on
14,000 HP, the smite comes through. 2 mountains secured by Team 2D.
Yeah, this is actually really good. Pretty lucky.
That comes through. He flashes forward, looking for the kill on the Twitch, but the invisibility is there, and he manages to hide his way away from that catch. Flash burned by the Jarvan.
That's pretty greedy for trying to go after Twitch. I mean, GP is gonna get this bot turret most likely. Swain's there, but he can. Yeah.
You got 3 barrels he set up there.
Kind of weird, but.
GP, by the way.
So let's check back in on the CS. So Victor's still winning, but yeah, I mean every lane is winning in CS except the men. And
it's really up to Victor to carry this game. He has 6 of his team's 8 kills. If he doesn't do enough in these team fights, it's actually just gonna mean they just lose.
Yep.
He has all of his team's gold right now.
Well, and the weird part is
the fight in the bot lane gonna have to cut you down there. The barrel combo's landed. Will the Swain decide to turn? The Polly does a lot of damage. The pull comes through, the orange as well. But GP decides not to all in. Wary of that Swain ultimate. No Executioner's calling or Bremmelvis to really cut down that healing. And the fight ends there.
Yeah,
it's 11:52 EST, by the way.
I think the Swain needs to not try to match this GP. And maybe get a pick. I think that's how they get back in. I don't know. They're just stalling, and this GP is just gonna keep scaling. Yeah.
Wait, they're on vision right now. The wall comes through. They're looking for the pick on the Victor. The spray and pray not activated for whatever reason. The flash forward by the Twitch. Is it enough damage? The Victor does so much. And the Cannon Barrage, but the shields from Lulu are just too much. The Jinx popping up with the rockets, but the Impale comes in instantly. They don't have enough damage to actually follow up. Swain is teleporting in, decides to cancel it out, and so far it's a 2-4-1. Now T2D is solidly in the lead in this current position. 2 Mountain Drakes are available. Do they decide to start the Baron? It's up to them. The Swain pool is gonna come through. Decide not to start the Baron for whatever reason.
Baron. Oh my god. This is what I'm talking about. This macro call. Like, they ping it multiple times and then they don't go do it? This actually hurts my head. This is why their
Zap lands onto the Swain. Now the Swain's the next target. The Dazzle's gonna come through, as well as the barrel. Now Lulu's taken by the AoE. The Zonius comes through. Now Skarner trying to do the best that he can to save his teammate. But Jinx is nowhere to be found. Not auto-attacking anything. Look at her positioning. She's so far away. She's trying to go home.
Oh, man. Oh,
the
and
pull comes
Jinx
through
gets
onto the Jinx. The Twitch is here for the damage. This is Baron. Skarner has no Impale available, and Victor's in the back. Can't do much. 5v3. 2 members of T2D are down. Will they start the Baron? Do they have the balls that T2D does not? No, they don't start the Baron. The next target, of course, is the mid turret. Going to go for that instead. Jarvan forced to back, as well as GP. We'll see the next macro call made by Team Feed. See if it's the correct one. Looks like they're going to start heading towards the Baron. 3 items completed for the Twitch, 3 items completed by the Jinx. Currently, at this state, Twitch is stronger. We'll see if they make use of it. Looks like they're trying to secure as much vision as they can. Not enough pink wards or sweepers to actually clear this effectively. The Twitch walks straight into the Jarvan. Will this be a good 1v1 or not? The Flag and Drag completely missed. The Cataclysm, not enough damage because of the miss EQ. And now the Skarner with the Chilling Smite gonna take down the Jarvan. And now there is no jungler on the side of T2D. That EQ was so bad.
Yeah. That J-Force a full tank J-Force still should have been able to kill that Twitch. Wait, he has Zeke's?
Zeke's isn't too bad. Zeke's is a pretty underrated item right now, but him missing that EQ there cost him that kill.
But he has Zeke's first item.
Yeah, that's a little strange. I would have gone Zeke's probably 3rd item after a health item first. Maybe I would have gone Randuin's Omen or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But Zeke's 2nd is a bit greedy. As you usually do that when you're really ahead.
Yeah. Okay. This Yeah.
Twitch is going forward, the spray and pray and the invisibility, doing so much damage, but the Victor responds in kind, taking him to half HP instantly with the ultimate combo, but that is an ultimate he does not have for the next fight. The ultimate is available for Twitch, so this could mean a Baron possibility. Decides not to find it. It is now currently 11:56 p.m. EST, and this game just looks no closer to ending than any of the other ones at the 26-minute stage.
Nope, and it's all due to the macro.
Jinx's positioning is amazing.
Maybe you need to coach one of these teams. I'll coach the other. Then we'll have a rematch.
Then we'll have a real match. I mean, if by a real match you mean my team completely destroying yours.
Ho ho ho.
Oh, Twitch and the invisibility gonna walk up. The snap missing completely, and now Jinx is under fire. Has no flash available. Does the spray and pray not used? Where's the spray and pray? The Terra gonna go down instantly, but the Super Mega Death Strike gonna land. Miss as well. Dude, this Twitch loves holding his ultimate for no reason. That was a complete wipe right there.
But why? Okay, but here's the other part. Why is Jinx in the front and everyone?
She loves doing that. She loves doing that.
And they didn't go Baron? Oh my, I'm done. I'm actually done casting. It's 3 minutes and I'm turning this off. Who needs to see this?
Dragon gonna go over to Skarner. The Cloud Dragon secured, that's actually not bad. Now Twitch is starting to hit some really big power spikes. Executioner calling secured by Jinx for the sway. Not a bad pickup, but gonna delay his power spike by a lot. Is it level 12 versus level 15? Is this the fight of the centuries? Ginger Oxide trying his best to run away. Use your spray and pray, Twitch! It's up! Use your spray and pray! Ultimate comes in, the Cataclysm as well. Now Skarner's in trouble, has no flash to go away. He's under fire. Jinx gonna do so much damage with the 3 items. Now Skarner is gonna go down. Spray and pray still available for Twitch. And this is actually a really risky Baron if they go for it. They might not have a jungler, but that Twitch damage actually might just wipe them here.
They're gonna wipe.
We'll see if
They're
it goes
gonna
well.
wipe. Watch.
Ginger Oxide, 40% HP in the back line. Twitch is there looking for it. 8,000. HP Baron, Jinx already taken to half, and the spray and pray doing so much. Now the Jinx is under fire. Is he gonna go down? The Twitch somehow manages to land every CC straight into his face. This Wade got a double kill instantly with the ultimate pop. Victor gonna do a lot of damage. The Zanya's gonna save him for a little bit more. The Victor laser and the flash forward as well. Jarvan's in the back trying to kill the Lulu. Lulu flashed away. The Flag and Drag gonna keep him on top of him, and Victor with the damage gonna come through. So far, 4-4-2. No Baron gonna go over to either team. This game is gonna continue.
This actually makes me want to go drink bleach at this point.
Did you see that Twitch? Wipe their entire team.
But then walks right into their team? Like, okay, you have spray and pray, but you walk up literally to everyone and just get deleted. Please.
Victor backs the disrespect.
Please, RPL. Please. Why am I casting these games?
11:59 p.m. 1 minute till the witching hour.
Yep.
Baron's still not taken by either team. Imagine if Wild Growth was up.
9-1 Victor.
He's a big boy. Victor laser not gonna land. Now Lulu and Talia. Jinx is in a terrible spot, but the Dazzle's gonna land. It doesn't matter. The Wild Growth gonna land on himself, but not gonna be enough to save him. That's a Lulu catch and a half.
You can't walk in a bush like that unless you have sweeper up.
Twitch still has spray and pray up. This could still be a wipe. Swain gonna land quite a bit of stacks.
Yeah, well, Twitch is actually playing this smart. Pushing up mid to force them.
Yeah, has mid priority. Baron cannot be taken now. Oh my gosh, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna start it. Flag and drag.
This is actually the dumbest. This is the dumbest thing I've seen.
It's going down fast. 6K, 5K. Twitch is here. Tarek ult actually landing. Not bad. The spray and pray is still up. Used. And the flash by the EQ. The Super Mega Death Strike gonna take him low. The impale onto the Victor. Wait, I think they just lost the game.
No, Twitch is still up. They didn't lose this game. They're actually gonna lose tier 2, I think. Oh no, Twitch backed off. Okay. If Twitch would have gone, they could have got that tier 2. But he went bot wave.
I honestly don't understand this game anymore. That was a great Tarek ult, by the way. It saved his entire team.
Yeah, no. I totally agree.
In fact, if team T2D wins this game, we'll give it to Tarek just for that. Now GP's in a bit of trouble, getting caught out, has no flash available. Swain's on the hunt. Oh my.
I mean, personally, I think like Dotrix is probably the MVP of this game. Even if they lose, I still think like he's literally hard carrying their team.
Yeah.
Even if they
hard.
lose, but I don't know if he'll get the series MVP because I don't think he.
I don't know,
did
clean
as much.
rotations, that ult, if he didn't ult there,
Yeah.
his entire team dies. They
Yeah,
lose the game.
that's true.
It's close,
I'm
it's
just
close.
more saying like if I would say MVP would go to clean rotations only if they win, but like Dotrox could actually get it losing.
Even if they lose.
Yeah,
Yep.
like
Because there is no member right now of Team Feed that's actually doing well, so.
yeah. So we look 14k gold on the Victor and 13k on the GP.
It's actually more of a liability than anything in this kind of level of play, right? Because the Victor has so much gold, but if he misplays, which he will, and he has been.
How much does he have? Does he have enough for death cap?
I think so.
Yeah, he does. He needs to go back and get that death cap.
Once he does that, he can actually one-shot the entire enemy team.
Oh, well, we see the Twitch.
Twitch is invisible. Lulu shields for 80% of his health bar. Is a balanced thing, by the way. Athenes! Dude, the Lulu built Athenes over Redemption. Oh my.
Let's go, boys.
That might actually just lost him the game right there. There's no Locket, no Redemption.
Yeah, that's actually tilting. And they're about to get triple mountain. Oh my god. This is
Twitch is flanking. Twitch is invisible.
if they
go
get
for it, no,
triple
the invisibility
mountain,
wears off.
like this is actually gonna be very sad.
I like how Tarek is just sitting on a ward, just chilling. They have zero. They have 4 yellow trinkets.
Oh, I see.
3 mountain drakes secured by Team 2D. It is currently 12:03 a.m. I am counting the minutes, my friends.
33-minute game and there's no end in sight.
Nope. None. Zip. Nilch. Nada.
They
Victor
don't
doesn't want to
even-
back to get his death cap. There he goes.
They have there's one tier 2 turret in this game at 34 minutes.
There's no QSS bought by that Victor. So if that's a flash ult by the Skarner onto that Victor, they can actually just win the game.
Well, do we think that that's what the what is it?
That guy did not pay the toll. My friends, if you have an enemy Skarner in the enemy team, pay the tax. It's 1,300 gold. It's called a QSS. You should buy it.
Well, he had to get the death cap.
Yeah, he should have. I think he should have delayed. He should have delayed the death cap for the QSS. 100%.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if
because
you-
the only way they lose is if he flash ults by Skarner. That's the only way they lose this game. He needs to pay the tax.
What's crazy is they have triple mountain and they're just
They can't end this game.
and they're just sitting in mid, not even like pressuring.
Oh, the flag and drag by Jarvan. Whew.
What are they going for?
There's nothing to go. They need turrets.
That's
Wait,
what I'm
kill the Talia. Kill the Talia. Look at the Talia.
And maybe
Look at
that's
this
what
guy.
they spotted out.
Oh. Talia's in trouble. That's a lot of Victor damage. Now
what-
what? Let's see what they do with it. GP is currently
They don't
being
have a
1v1 by
wave
the
top.
Skarner. The barrel gets killed by the
Oh
Skarner.
my
Oh my
God.
gosh, the Twitch takes out the Jinx. It's going to delay the game even more.
I'm actually gonna. This is a 50-minute game now. Dude, there's no way unless there's an ace at Baron. This is going almost 50 minutes. I can feel it. Cause I think International Feeders is gonna get the next Baron. I just have that feeling. Twitch is just gonna 5-man get a fucking pentakill. Oh, sorry for the cursing.
BF sword. That could be a bloodthirster.
Yeah, it's probably Bloodthirster.
Rudon's end shift complete. That's a lot of
Oh.
damage. Now the Impale's available. Not going to use it. This team is not in the correct position to take advantage of that. Swain in the top lane, farming it
Well,
up.
they don't have their
Take
ADC.
a look at that GP build, by the way.
Hey,
He
that's-
currently has somewhere in the ballpark of 50% CDR.
Hey man, maybe.
That's what I call value.
He doesn't even have IE yet either. So he went like half crit,
User, half crit, yeah.
and then doesn't have eye edge. So you're just like, you either go full crit or you go
Full bruiser. He's
Full
completely
bruiser.
useless right now.
yeah. Until he gets that. Wait, and he's not. He got a stopwatch. So he's not even gonna go IE.
Looks like he's going for GA.
Oh my god.
It looks like finally the taxes are being paid. Jinx has picked up the Mercurial Scimitar. That makes their chances of winning this game significantly higher.
Yeah, I mean the only person that doesn't need to get it is.
Twitch is invisible. Twitch is looking for it. The Swain misses. The spray and pray is available, but the Terrical comes through, and it's huge. Where's the Twitch? Where's the Twitch? Keep an eye on the Twitch. The Scion. The Scion? The Swain's still not dead. Spray and pray does
Oh
so
my
much damage in the
God.
backline, and he kills 3 people instantly. Victor and Jinx are still alive, but where's the tax? The Victor goes down. He's not gonna be able to kill the Twitch, and now Talia's gonna take down. They're gonna get the Baron. That's a 5-man ace. It's a 2 for 5. Like you mentioned, Team Feed have the Baron.
Am I a prophet or what, man? I knew that was gonna
You
happen.
predicted it exactly. You said Twitch is gonna kill everyone, and he did.
Dude, hey, just so you know, I don't have the 3-minute spectator delay, Kappa.
Kappa.
Oh man, this game, what a meme.
Okay, Ducky, $100. Then nothing's gonna happen in the next 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely. they might get their first tier 2 bot or tier 2 turret at 40 minutes. But you know the funny part is here, Team 2D can easily win with 3 mountain drakes. Like they should be deleting turrets and they're not even pushing past river. Like that's what blew my mind. They had
I think they're afraid of the Twitch, which happens when your support actually is poor as hell. He doesn't even have lock it completed yet. He's currently sitting on 2 items. That's a 2-item turret. 38 minutes into the game? How's that possible?
Let's take a look at the gold. He has 8,000 gold to Lulu's 10,000. Because Lulu has 14 assists.
The Dazzle misses, and now he's looking for the Impale. The Impale's going to be flashed by the Tarek. Not bad. What nice triple barrel, by the way.
Oh, if they get this, if they could not get this Elder over. 100% cannot get this over.
They're pushing mid instead. Elder spawning. Mountain Drake gonna make it do it really fast. They
I
have
was
mid
gonna
priority
say,
now.
if Team 2D just does the Elder, yeah, I was gonna say they cannot get this Elder over. You do not push that mid wave. Oh, but they're dead.
Oh, the
They're
spray
dead.
and pray does so much damage. The EQ does cancel it for a little bit, but Twitch is just so strong in the back. Jinx is firing off rockets, but it's just not enough. And the Victor not doing enough damage either. The Jinx looking for the kill onto the Swain, manages to get 1. That's 2 down on both sides. Will they be able to actually close out this game? No.
No, because Jarvan's not there, so they're not gonna do Elder now. But they'll be able to stop. They'll be able to stop the Elder if they try to do it. Yeah,
Twitch
they're
isn't
just gonna...
alive. Jinx is. The double damage dealers are there.
Wait, why are they
Lulu's
running
looking
from
for the
Lulu?
damage.
I would have just deleted that Lulu.
Yeah, you could have. They could have, yeah.
Like 2 rockets from the Jinx. Oh no, don't say they're gonna get Elder. This is gonna stall the game even more.
They started the Elder. Did they start it? No, they're backing off.
Okay, yeah, they don't have any damage there.
The real key, though, is when Uranium's flash comes up, I think the game ends. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be huge. If he gets
he can
G,
blast
if
it.
he gets GA here, because that's what he's building with that BF, he's getting a GA. If he completes that GA, I think the game's over, 100%.
Flash and GA, he flashes the Jarvan EQ and no one can get on top of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I mean, by the way. I mentioned early game. You said that Jinx outscales. Nah, not a Twitch. Twitch is one of the strongest late game mid carries.
I was more saying like
In the mid game.
I think the Jinx and the GP outscale their team, but that's the thing.
Maybe.
But that's the thing. They're not playing this like they're playing like pansies. To be honest with you, like they have triple mountain and they have one tier 2 turret. You have the objective taking dragon, and you're only you haven't taken but one tier 2 turret. I mean, hell, GP should have gotten all the tier 2s by now.
Wait, this Garner is so fast.
Yeah, because
the
of
Twitch is invisible.
Why are they even near this Elder? I think this is the dumbest thing. Look at the waves. They die here, they lose their whole entire base. Which will be good because we'll be able to end the game. So, yeah.
Wait, I think the game just ended. The viewer count just spiked up to 9. Oh my gosh. That means there's only 3 minutes left in this game. Ducky, we're saved.
Which means International Feeders probably wins here. Because look at the waves. Yeah, look at these waves, dude. They're crashing.
They're getting out macroed so hard right now.
Honestly,
you know what should happen? You know what should happen?
Twitch should just go mid. To be honest.
Yeah, no, all of them should just go mid. They should run mid. Oh, the Victor gets
Jinx
caught.
isn't there. If they see Jinx, they should just start it. Yep. This is good. This is good.
They started it.
And
the Talia wall is huge. Gonna block off a lot of space.
Yeah.
And this Infernal. Oh my gosh, the Elder gonna.
But they can see. That's the thing. They can give the Elder. They don't necessarily need
make
the
a death
Elder.
rocket wasted. Oh, and now the Skarner comes in.
This
He's
is
still gonna go through. The Victor didn't pay the tax, and it's game over.
Yeah, that's GG. And Jinx
I don't
wasn't
even need to
even
commentate
there.
this.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean, by the way, about paying the tax.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the tax when there's a Skarner on the enemy team.
Or you just ban the champion.
Yeah, that works too. But pay the tax, buy the QSS.
Okay, hold on. Little Leaf, before you start talking about Macroid,
Both teams suck. End of story.
Yeah. There is 3 40-minute games for no effing reason.
Oh, Jinx looking for the outplay. The 1v5. Can he do it? Nope.
I just wasted probably an hour of my life because they don't know how to...
Way more than an hour, bro. Way more than an hour. Alright, I'll wrap up these 3 games. Both teams suck. End of story. 2-1. Feed wins the match of the night. It's 12:14. We're ending the stream right now.
I mean, just a quick... I mean, obviously...
MVP of the series.
Obviously, Twitch was MVP of that game just because it's Twitch. But to be honest with you, I mean, I can't give anyone on International Feeders the MVP. I honestly think Devilgen was probably the MVP of the series.
I agree. 100%.
Like, that's sad to say, but no one on International Feeders played all that well. Except
no one on either team played that well.
Yeah, like, the macro was just so horrible. Team 2D actually threw every single game. I'm just more flabbergasted at this series.
44 minutes. Ducky. That's a 44.
Didn't we have a 48-minute game and a 45?
It was 48, 37, and 45.
Yeah.
Ducky. What do we do? Can we punish them somehow? Can we, like, get out the whip?
Can we never cast either one of these teams ever again?
That sounds good to me.
So congratulations to Devilgen getting...
But we're not getting him in here. No interview. No.
Yeah, no interview whatsoever. Devilgen does get the MVP for the series because everyone is boosted on both teams. Honestly, the Jarvan was a great pick in both games. So
we just got flamed in general chat and Rising Summoners, by the way. All right, so if we're gonna get called out, we're gonna call you out. And Dario Lal, the coach of Team Feed, I believe, right? Or was it Team 2D? One of them. He just said, extremely poor and unprofessional casting in Plat League tonight. I want you to come up here and talk for 3 hours straight about two teams that have leads and constantly bounce it back and forth so that our voices are raw. We're tired. We've been here for 30 minutes, 30 times the amount of time we should be.
So
just think on that for a second.
So he's a player. Is he a player or probably a coach? I think it was
The guy's got to be the coach.
Yeah, so you're the coach for the winning team. You had every game go almost 40 minutes, if not more than 40 minutes, and you're proud to say you...
Team, I believe. I think that was he was the coach because he was the guy that mentioned...
International Feeders won, so he was the winning coach, and that's probably why they're flaming us. It's because because they want us to praise them, right? They did everything great.
Yeah.
You didn't. You actually were losing almost every single game to Team 2D. They just threw hard. In your 2 wins, they literally just threw hard. So you can call this unprofessional, but yeah, you got to play better. I mean, casters spent more time.
But more time complaining about game like.
Analyzing the game. Literally, I analyzed.
We analyzed. We actually talked about League of Legends for 3 hours straight.
Oh man, I really want to drag this person in. Can we get this guy in interview? Get him in production team. Let's go, boys.
Unfortunate. All right, I think we'll end there though.
Yep.
A couple notes for the game. I think probably the funniest moments were Caitlyn not placing any traps for 2 games straight.
Yeah,
and
they want us to talk about this game, but Caitlyn, you literally lost to a game where Caitlyn didn't put down a single trap line. You lost that game. Just know that. Just in the back.
Wait,
of your mind.
didn't you mention that you were gonna talk to the coach of K-Gun and tell him to tell Caitlyn to put down traps?
Yeah, well, they heard it because they probably were watching the stream.
Wait, but doesn't only one of them have a coach, right?
Yeah, I don't think the other one. I'll have to talk to K-Gun.
I'm not actually entirely sure which team Andaria is for. Wait, let me think here.
No, International Feeders. I already.
It is International Feeders.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Well, username checks out, right? Username checks out.
Yep.
I think we end there, though, right? Any other comments?
No, I think that's good. So, good luck, guys, and we will see you for week, 2, maybe 3
week 2.
for you gold. Depends on which match they have us do, because we might cast you gold next week. So.
All right, sounds good.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, that's Ducky. He was your color caster. I'm Drax here. I was your play-by-play caster. Thank God we're going to bed. Have a good night.